What the fuck is this, dude? Dude, what is this?
Hey, Percy Sledge, I'll tell you that.
What is this?
Who's that, William Hunt?
When a man loves a woman.
She banged.
You want to
she
call it
banged.
that? Who is it? Like, what is
Legion
it?
of Rock Stars.
Who?
Jesus Christ. Sounds like a South Park character.
What's up, dude?
Sounds like a Chinese guy singing that song to get over the border.
Tell me that doesn't sound like a South Park episode, dude.
The noise in the background.
That sounds like mass murder in Saigon. That's what it sounds like. What the fuck?
It's like it's intentionally bad.
Listen to the organ going downward. Listen to someone's voice in the back.
Yo, this is what you hear in the background when you got a Vietnamese girl in a fuck basket.
The voice in the background is the best.
Oh, we got a bad saxophone too.
Trumpet.
Or trumpet, whatever it is.
That's terrible.
That's the best.
That's fucking terrible. That's terrible.
That's great. That's great.
He said,
Listen to the horn section.
he said it sounds like a sick dog.
All right, come on, dude.
Tim's over.
What the fuck, man?
At least it's a brass section, bro.
Jesus Christ,
It's
dude.
the best. Is that not the best ever? It's the best.
Murdered that song.
Huh?
That song got murdered.
Where do you find this shit? I'm gonna do the read in my Joel Embiid impersonation.
In his honor, in the honor of his mother.
Hey, this is Jason Martinez from 97.5 The Fanatic and the Stick to Hops podcast. And you're listening to the drunkest, craziest motherfuckers this side of the Mississippi. Corner Puff Sports on Wildfire Radio.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? We are Corner Puff Sports, coming at you live on YouTube. And, of course, if you're downloading on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, I don't know, I'm thinking of other ones, iHeartRadio.
What's it called?
Spotify.
What's it called?
What's that other one?
What's the other?
Satchel!
We thank you guys so much. We're bringing you our normal nonsense.
Yeah, I still like that version better than Michael Bolton's. Just saying.
Other When a Man Loves a Woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still better than Michael Bolton's.
I thought it was good.
I can't go there.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I can't go
Good
there.
version,
Usually
right?
I'm the one that say, yeah, I can't go there.
But despite
Well,
our...
That was an improvement.
You don't like Michael Bolton?
No, fuck Michael Bolton.
No, he said, no.
Why should I change my name? He's the one who sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, he takes it in the ass.
The only thing that looks good on him is that curly hair. Imagine wrapping that around your knee and, you know.
What about that bulging vein in his neck?
And
Well, going around the horn, I'm Sean.
Ryan.
It's Gary.
What's up, Spike?
Welcome,
And then he
guys.
got to a certain point where, like, he was like,
He knew he
serious
was
up
bald.
top because, like, he was going bald, but he still had the long ass hair and it was all gray. And
Don Henley was pretty bad with that too.
oh,
Don Henley's
the boys are back in town.
he has some pretty bad. That's Lewis.
No, that's
Thin Lizzy.
Don.
Thin Lizzy, but that's
No, what's the one he
Better than Fat Lizzie.
what the what's the one that Don Henley sings?
You fat fucking bitch!
That's Brian Adams.
Yeah, it's Brian Adams in the background. Yeah, that's true.
Now, what's it? Boys of Summer?
Boys of Summer.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah, that's
what
the
were you,
one.
What were you saying?
Boys are back in town.
Well, okay. All right, I see what you're saying. Before we get to anything, let's hear from one of our sponsors. Before we start off this thing we call a podcast.
All right, so listen, guys. It's starting to get hard to prove that right now. Middle of January, it's fucking 55 degrees out, but it's coming. Just because the warm weather's going doesn't mean that you don't have problems with pests. Rodents can get in your walls, they can get in your garage, your attic, they can chew in your wires.
Cracks and crevices.
25% of residential fires are caused by rodents because they chew in your wires. They carry all kinds of diseases, hepatitis. They piss on your kids' toys. There's no getting that out. There's no getting it out.
Jerry Predicoli likes them.
So, give BHB a call. Rodents like mice, rats, and insects may cozy up in your attic, walls, and other places in your home, causing you to have potentially major problems. That's why you need to give BHB Pest Elimination a call. They've been in business since 1969, providing their customers with the highest level of pest removal services possible. Fully licensed and insured in PA, New Jersey, and New York, BHB will customize a program around your specific needs to keep your home and business pest-free. They'll give you a power spray. They'll go 3 feet up, 3 feet out. They'll dust the cracks and crevices. They'll spread a granular bait. You don't have to worry about your pets with this granular bait. The active ingredient is less toxic than the active ingredient in toothpaste. BHB will go above and beyond your expectations, and we will also guarantee all our work. That means if we come out and do a service for you and there's still a problem, we come out, no charge to you. They will work hard to solve your pest elimination needs in hopes to leave their customers completely satisfied. So visit their website at bhbpest.com or give BHB a call at 215-644-3383 and mention Corner Pub Sports and your initial fee will be waived. That's 215-644-3383 or bhbpest.com. Mention this ad from Corner Pub Sports and your initial fee will be waived.
It's true.
Good job, brother.
Yeah,
Thank you,
nice.
bro.
Well, let's start it off. Obviously, if you're a football fan, you're a sports fan, you already know the Eagles lost. We don't have to break anything to you. I just want to put this out there. I am proud of what this team did. We all watched the game together last Sunday, and we all said the same thing. What this team was able to accomplish with what they had,
It's hard to be mad at them.
you can't be mad at this team.
It's hard.
They basically trotted out there a bunch of practice squad players, guys with torn hamstrings, which we'll get into in a second.
I mean, like you heard the jokes and all,
Crazy.
but it was literally like they pulled up at Home Depot, pulled up at Wawa and said, yo, who wants to play?
Let's go.
Like that's who they were performing
and
with.
they did it. And they won a division. Yes, 9-7. They're still winning record in the NFL, which is a lot better than what half the teams in the league can say. More than half the teams in the league can say. They're going to have the 21st pick, which means they were the 9th best team in the league. All right? I mean, really.
11th best or so. But
no,
anyway.
yeah, still.
Okay, all right, but
Still.
did we think they'd
With-
finish
with-
there
with-
like when they lost to the Dolphins?
No. With guys like Greg Ward and Boston Scott and what you had.
And Robert Davis,
Yeah,
Robert Davis,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Matt Pryor.
It's crazy, man.
Burnett.
Absolutely
And
crazy.
what, I don't even know his first name.
Not an AJ.
Yeah. But who's the one that caught the pass in the game? I think maybe it was a
Burnett.
Giants game.
That's Barnett.
It was a Burnett.
Yeah, Burnett.
Yeah, like I seen this pass caught. I was like, who caught that? Who's that?
It was amazing, man. Absolutely amazing.
Don't forget about the Perkins touchdown.
Perkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh Perkins came up big when Ertz was out. Ertz, again, there's another one. Ertz played with a lacerated kidney, broken ribs. He played in that game
He
last
was
week.
pissing blood.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks later, he's playing football again.
That dude's fucking
I'm out.
yeah.
I'm taking the winter off. I'm sitting, waiting,
Yeah,
counting down the days
yeah.
until May. Like
I got my check. Like we're not going nowhere this year. Like
He played.
yeah, and
kudos. I don't care.
Straight up.
Straight up,
And
they fought, man. That was a team that fought. EAGLES.
Eagles.
like it's different, and it's they didn't win anything. 2017 was unbelievable. But
when you hear,
but there's
when you
another.
hear-
There's a. I'm sorry. There's another level of respect.
Mhm.
The proud, you almost like I'm as proud, just in a different way. Like this team showed so much heart and grit.
Yeah.
Like they really did. Like fuck you.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
I wore my Eagles jacket proudly this week. I mean,
Absolutely.
I'll
Oh,
retire
yeah.
for a little while now.
Right.
after
Right.
this, but, like,
Season's
I think-
over. Right.
I gave them. I wanted to pay homage to the season by wearing a jacket this week.
She should have.
So,
Fuck
all that being
jacket.
said, though, just throwing it out there, was it the question that came up earlier on one of the sports shows on the radio was, would you consider the season a success, or would you consider it a good season? It's kind of a
that's a
difficult,
tough
loaded question.
No.
It's not a
Because
success. It's
it's
not.
not a success because we went into the season thinking they were going to go to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Now, if you're halfway through the season and you're going to tell me they're going to make the playoffs with what they had,
Right. You asked me this after 8 games,
Right.
then my answer would be yes.
Right.
because then you're like, this ain't it.
But that
Right.
question can go 2 different ways.
Right. Exactly. It's very interpretive. It's a
loaded question.
It's a loaded question, and that's part of why it's a interesting question.
I'm sending you something, Gary.
What?
I'll send it to all of us.
So yeah, no, I mean, that's it was a tough game.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The game obviously completely went on its side when Wentz got out, and fuck Clowney, what a bullshit piece of shit play that was. And then the guy was a total jerk off about it and tried to play the victim card.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they hate me anyway, or this and that. Like,
He said the Philadelphia Eagles fans are the worst fans in the world.
right.
I'll tell you what. Come down here, meet us here. We'll show you how worse we are.
I dare you to challenge.
You
I
fuck
did.
down,
I did. I
Bring your
did.
peoples there to see it
You
too.
fucking jit bag, you cheap shot
You
getting
fucking-
cocksucker.
You get in my face with that, I'll beat your goddamn
Yeah, I mean-
ass, son of a bitch. You piece of shit.
He was never like a decent guy.
I was a
But this put us in a whole new. He's like,
He's had a history of doing this.
yeah, he immediately goes into like top 10 hated guys
Well,
with Bynum and like
Huh?
all those guys, Irvin and Bynum.
Yeah, like slime ball.
Yeah,
Slime
Well-
ball.
the people that were calling out. Now, I had a conversation Monday morning. So, all right. So Sunday we watched the game. I'm upset, but I'm like, you know what? They fought hard. I felt like shit after the Clowney hit. Josh McCown comes in. You find out later. He comes out in the press conference, says, "I gave it my all." I'm like, "Fuck, you held on to the ball."
Whoa.
You see that?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we're in.
You held on.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What? The picture?
He's going to fucking the Premier's record at the Met?
Yes.
I'll send it to you, Mike. I'll
Hey,
send it.
dude, what the fuck did you do?
You ready?
I'll send it to Mike.
Yeah.
How do you not in? You fucking write them in. That's fucking. Woo!
All right, I'll send it to you, Mike.
so yeah, I mean that game it sucked. It sucked.
So-
Once Carson Wentz goes
Yeah.
out, you're just like,
The
there's
air.
no way they.
Air went out of your cells, right? Air went out of the cells. You're like, oh fuck, man, like fuck.
You know, I mean, there was, like, we kept saying, well, maybe they do this, maybe they do that. But in the back of all our minds, we all knew there was no way they were winning that game without Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
There was no way. I do have a question there, though.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, like, granted, he's been here, and they like it, but they're so high on Nate Sudfeld.
Why is he not?
Why
even
is he not
playing
even active?
dressed?
How's he not dressed?
Right.
Well, he was.
He
He wasn't sidelined, right? I mean, he wasn't active
No.
in a playoff game.
Right.
Well, it's tough because playoff games,
They
You
need
don't-
the roster spots.
you need the roster spots. You're not thinking that your third quarterback.
So,
And if your third quarterback's coming in, you're probably going to lose.
but,
that.
but
They felt McCown gave him a better chance to win than Sudfeld at that point.
Then why are they so high on Sudfeld?
I don't think they are anymore.
Why? Because he got hurt?
I mean, it's interesting. They were high on him, and then he ended up getting hurt.
And then I got.
And then they
I was high on Nate Sudfeld, and then I got high.
And then they brought in McCown, and then all of a sudden McCown, they just trusted the veteran more, I guess.
Then Big Dick Nick came in, and I know why.
No, thank you. I don't smoke it no more. I'm
Yeah,
tired of waking up on the floor.
you brought up Nick
It's a
Foles.
completely different song.
You brought up Nick Foles, so let's get into it.
Well,
No.
before that. Monday. So, I don't want to get into the Nick Foles thing, but
No,
well,
I'm getting
you know
into
what? But it's kind of not. It's kind of along the sideline here in a way. Monday morning, I get up
This is the thing.
and I see a post from a friend of mine
Monday
who then calls out Wentz and says that he's a pussy for not coming back in the game.
Yeah, he couldn't even fucking see. He didn't even know where he was.
So now the reports come out that Wentz came to the sideline, couldn't remember where he was.
Right.
Didn't know who they were playing. He didn't know what stadium they were in.
None of that.
Like, they had to call his wife.
And then his vision started fading.
Right.
So I basically said, I don't want to get too much into because you know how stupid that is, but I just basically said, like, that's the most moronic thing I've ever heard. And this is a guy who's a big hockey fan. I said, Nolan Patrick hasn't played all year because of concussions.
It's a serious
He
issue.
can't go 3 days without having a major headache.
Chris-
They can't clear him.
Chris Pronger ended his career because of a
Right.
concussion.
Brett
Sidney-
Lindros.
Sidney Crosby sat out the whole entire
A year and a
season.
half.
Right.
He was out for a year and a half.
And you're going to sit there and say he should be back in that game.
Let me tell you.
Anyone has said that Carson Wentz was either faking or was a pussy or is injury prone because he couldn't make that game. because
That's
of
all
concussion.
part of it. But I don't get it. Like, everyone's, oh, well, he's injury prone. Look, it's another example. How is this? This is not a fucking example of injury
It's
prone.
not. He got, he got popped in the back of the fucking head.
And then he hit his face on the turf
Right.
afterwards. This is not, and there's no, everyone gets, like, it's just a fluke play that just happened. You want to call them, bad luck with injuries? Fine, but it's not injury prone. Oh, it's because he slid or this and that. Oh, Russell Wilson doesn't take hits like that because he's more careful.
That was the other thing.
Bullshit.
Someone said, he never dives forward. I said, oh, really? Because here's the screenshot of him diving forward 2 weeks ago against the 49ers, Russell Wilson. Here it is. He just didn't take a dirty hit and he didn't get hurt. Oh, that's because he's a smart quarterback. I'm like, you're a fucking moron. You're just a fucking flat troll. I'm so fucking
the injury
sick of that.
prone thing, he's not. Some dudes are just lucky. We all know a person where you're like, what the fuck?
Just steps in
And then there's other.
That cannot factor in as being called injury.
Right. Then there's other dudes who are just unlucky.
Right. That
Like-
boy ain't got no luck.
Right. And like,
The
this
wire-
is just an unlucky thing. Like, it's a part of the game. It happens. It sucks. But this is.
What was the word?
It's not connected to him having a knee injury or a back injury.
If you're going to call him snake bitten,
that's different.
That might be the term
That
I would
might-
say.
like-
Carson Wentz is
right.
snake bitten.
Maybe.
He works his ass off. He plays all 16 games. But going into the season, the biggest knock on him was he can't play a full season. He played 16 games for the second time out of 4 years. And
And
granted,
if we're going to get into that,
Like,
if you're going to bring that up,
Before you even get into that hit that he took in the Rams game where he dove in was a fluke
it was
too.
fluke. He
That
didn't
was
get
fluky.
popped on it. It's just the way his knee went.
it wasn't a non-contact. I mean, he
Right.
got hit hard.
Yeah, and
Like his knee didn't just go
he's not
out.
180
He's going-
pounds. This dude's a 220
Right.
pound quarterback.
Right.
I'll tell you guys a story as far as the concussion protocol goes. Even when my daughter was playing softball and I was a coach, now there's a pitch that comes in and she's got a helmet on. She takes a pitch off the head and knocks her down. And the umpire's like, she's done for the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah.
I said, what are you talking about? She needs doctor's clearance. I said, she don't show any concussion
Doesn't matter.
symptoms. He said, I don't care. She's done for the rest of the afternoon until the doctor clears her. It's a serious thing. In any sport, as far down, even as Little League, it's a serious problem. You have to protect the player.
especially when there's billions of dollars on the line. In the NFL's case, they've been sued left and right by former players.
Yeah.
And anybody else that says anything about, he's a pussy because he reported, no, he did the right thing.
The right thing.
As an Eagles fan, I wanted nothing more than him to be out here. There was not a single second where I thought, like, oh man, I wish he would have. Like,
but what if he went back?
But me personally, I was more worried about him.
Right. Like, what if he went
weird.
back in and then got sacked, and then you never see him again?
Because he gets hit in the head. And
right.
Because everybody remembers Lindros coming back too early.
Right. And smoked by Scott Stevens.
Yeah.
Right. Like
that's the shit that, like, I'm like, no, you got to sit down. You got to do.
With that being said, what I said 3 days later, she's, and her eyes are all dilated.
I can't hear you.
I said, are you all right, sweetheart? She's like, Dad, I don't know. So I take her back to the doctor. She's like, this is from the hit in the head. He says, I am not going to clear her for 3 weeks. She has to be monitored for 3 weeks.
Right.
And it went 3 weeks before she was able to get back on the field.
Right.
It's a serious issue. You have to be careful.
Well, Danny Cannell, former New York Giants quarterback, calls out Wentz. Oh, look, there you go. Another game where Wentz can't make it through.
Just play it.
So this is from WIP, and we don't normally play other audio from
this is good stuff.
Ike Reese.
Thank you.
Former Philadelphia Eagle.
And
crushes Danny Cannell.
And I usually don't like Ike Reese, but
give him props here.
Him.
You may think you're not calling him soft or not implying that he's soft. What I really have an issue with is a guy who played that position for years and been in this league. I thought you took an opportunity to pounce on the guy when that injury was to no fault of his own, and you're trying to make it like that was his fault. And to me, that's you're like, I'm not saying you're breaking a bond or an oath with the fraternity that we had, but you forget that you played quarterback. And to me, you took an opportunity yesterday to drive a narrative that you believe in and that you wanted people to react to it. You done a little backpedaling today, and I think you had a little bit of time to think about it and realize that. Because you're smart enough. Hold on, Dad. You're smart enough to know when you put out what you put out in the Twitter universe, there is no true context. There is no way to go back and forth and have a real conversation over it. So you put it out there because you knew it was going to sting and you wanted it to sting. And I'm surprised you did that to a guy that played a position that you play, and you know how hard it is to play that position. You know how hard it is to play quarterback. And you took a shot at the guy when he really took a dirty hit to the back of the neck and got a concussion. And I didn't think that was cool, Danny.
All right, I totally understand that take. Maybe it was insensitive in the moments after the game to go with that take, but I think it's fair. It's completely reasonable to have an observation that Carson Wentz has struggled to stay healthy, even going back to college. He didn't even play two second years in college.
Yeah, we're very familiar with his injuries. I agree with you on that, Danny. I agree with you on that. My only thing was the timing of it, and I just, from you, fans is different. Fans might say, but you played the position, and I would think you would have a little more empathy for a guy who was in that position and didn't deserve to be knocked out of that game. Considering if you followed his career and followed his injury history, you know how hard the guy has worked and what he's had to endure to get back on the field and finally get to the postseason after he drugged this team last month. He deserved more from somebody like you to play the position than to try to put him out there like he's soft and can't stay healthy.
Hey, man. Hey, cheers to you, Ike.
Yeah, like, he fucking killed him. People on Twitter killed Danny Cannell for that. Killed him.
But Ike Reese killed him and stayed calm. Like, he wasn't screaming and hollering.
Well, people aren't screaming and hollering on Twitter either. It's text.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, he got smoked. Who's Danny Cannell? Go back in your fucking hole.
Josephine Anderson right afterwards had a lot of shit to
That
say.
racist fucking pig. She's a racist pig.
Danny Cannell, your mouth like your ass will smell.
What the fuck?
You fucking jitbag.
Orlando Scandrick.
He's another.
Shannon Sharp destroyed him.
Yeah, I heard. I didn't hear that, but like I heard about it. I didn't read the article.
So he's going on and on about how this guy didn't do this guy didn't do that, this guy didn't do this.
Right.
So Shannon Sharp saying, so they signed you, right? Where are you at right now? Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? Where are you at right now?
Where are you playing?
Yeah, where are you? He said, I'm on First take with you.
2 times.
Exactly.
2 times he was cut by the Eagles.
Yeah.
2 times. Cut in training camp or preseason
Mhm.
and cut in the middle of the season.
Not once.
Not once.
Not once, but twice.
Twice. You were cut. Elangelo Scantry. So he has the fucking audacity to put out the guy, the GIF guy getting in the car laughing. Dude, he got fucking killed. I killed him too.
Talk about being bitter.
Killed him. I'm like, where are you at right now? This
Yeah.
team made it without you. I said,
This team got better when they cut you.
From the Corner Pub Twitter, I said, I'm so glad the Eagles cut out a disgusting cancer like you because this team is better off.
Did he reply?
No.
No,
he
of course
didn't
not.
reply to that
No,
because he
he
knows
did.
it's fucking true. What's he going to say?
That fucking
Fucking
that
jerk off.
video of him smiling and laughing while he's getting in the car.
It's a GIF image. Yeah. It's it's a popular little what are the kids called? A meme?
I mean,
Yeah.
A meme.
the fucking kids. The
Yeah,
memes.
fucking the kids called a meme.
The
I hope
kid.
your mom- I hope his mom gets raped in the subway.
Get ripped in the subway, yeah.
Yeah, snap that Slim Jim, baby. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, getting back to your point.
Yeah.
So your
I don't
body,
remember what my fucking point was anymore.
your body,
Well,
Right
that,
on.
that happens on this show, Sean.
It happens.
our buddy
Welcome to
goes on
2020.
and then talks about how he's injury prone, and then people start defending Wentz,
Mhm.
and his response is, "Well, I don't like Carson Wentz."
Okay.
Fine.
So
Oh,
my thing is,
nobody
and
like your mom, but she's still thrown on her back.
Mhm.
no offense, but I don't think he
Right.
watches a lot of football. Right? My uncle, 2 of my uncles, that I don't think really
Not
watch a lot of
one.
football.
But two
Right.
of his uncles.
And this is where we're getting into the Foles thing, because blah blah blah, blah this and that,
I don't
and it's
Well,
like
I saw
and it's like-
I saw it.
and it's like I was a fan of Foles. I don't think they should have got rid of Foles.
Okay.
Why?
what they-
Why?
See,
Why?
so you just started off. They don't know much about football.
That's what I'm saying.
And the people-
That's what
and
I'm
the-
saying.
Right.
The
and
people that don't
know much
know.
about football are the ones who are the first ones to go. They should have kept Nick Foles.
They come
If-
off like idiots.
If you
It's
watch,
fucking cockroaches, out
And
of
then
the
you
fucking
try to
woodwork.
explain to them why they had to move on from Foles.
first of all, there's several reasons. And first of all, the number one reason in my book, aside from money, the number one reason, Nick Foles is an average at best quarterback. At best.
He's below average. He's a below average quarterback who's never played an entire season
Low
in his
average starting
NFL
quarterback,
career.
yeah.
He had
Dude, even as a backup, the only time he's good is with the Eagles.
He had 2.5 games of great football. Great football that we'll never
That
forget.
you'll never see.
And I'm not bashing Nick Foles for what he did. What he did
Well,
here.
he had a good half season his first go round. A good half season.
Yeah, well, with Chip Kelly, right?
Right.
Before there was a book on
And
Nick
then he
Foles and
left-
Chip Kelly.
And then he left here, went to St. Louis, got
It's terrible,
benched. Kansas
right.
City couldn't start.
Although Case
Peter-
Keenum actually ended up being okay, ironically.
and it
afterwards,
come-
too. So I mean that
and
was a lot. That had a lot to do with Jeff Fisher.
comes
being
here
an
is
asshole.
riding the bench the whole year until Wentz gets hurt, and then has a great game against the Giants, a bad game against the Oakland that they won somehow against a bad Oakland team, and then
Right.
horrible games against Dallas.
Mhm.
A not so great game against Atlanta, but they end up pulling it out.
Second half, he made some
Scored
plays.
15 fucking points.
Right.
Yeah, right. He made a couple
And
plays.
then lights out against the
Right.
Vikings, lights out against
And
the Patriots.
outduels Tom Brady. Yes.
And that's it.
So yeah,
It's 10 of the best quarters you're ever going to
Ever.
see a quarterback play. But,
If you're a casual football fan, those are the best 10 quarters you've probably ever seen in your life.
right, because the Eagles went to the Super Bowl and won.
and that's the games that you might have watched
Right.
or
Like,
you
oh
heard
my
about.
God, the Eagles are going to win.
Which
And
is,
then you bring up, oh yeah, he didn't. Well, oh yeah, he didn't make it through this season either. He got benched. He got hurt too. There's no. Well, yeah, but I just don't like Wentz or blah, blah, blah. It's like
I
you're
can't-
bringing
I can't
no
say
fucking substance.
what Wentz did.
Give me a reason other than I don't like Wentz. You don't know why you don't like Wentz.
Right.
You don't know
I've
why
got
you
that.
like
You
Foles
don't
other
know-
than this.
right,
Like you
you
don't
don't-
watch enough to fucking
Right,
have an
you
opinion
don't
and
like-
shoot your fucking mouth off.
You don't like Wentz
Basically,
because
you're
you
saying-
watched.
That's what
You don't like Wentz because you watched, again, Nick Foles play 10 of the best quarters you're ever going to see a quarterback play.
Right.
Because it's the only time you watch the Eagles because they were about to fucking do something special.
But you
And
know
I
what?
love Nick Foles.
you
I don't
right.
hate Nick Foles
Me
at all.
neither.
Like I'll cherish it. Like Great
He'll
guy,
always
great
be, he will always hold a special place in all of our hearts.
and it's a shame that we have to go through this shit
Right.
and like feel like we have to like bash him to defend Wentz.
Right,
And it's
because
not bashing
bottom
him.
Carson Wentz is a better quarterback. That's still, and it's not even
There's
close.
not even a
And
comparison.
it's
Like it's light years. It's like Joe Montana and fucking Elvis Gerback.
It's
Like
just, and when you're talking to these people, I just roll my eyes. I'm like, I don't even want to get into it. I don't even want to, like, I'm not wasting the energy to try and explain football to some casual fan that says,
But they watched him for 10 quarters. They didn't watch the previous 180 quarters of him playing, where
right,
he's average. He's an average quarterback.
right.
I love, again, we love Nick Foles. It is what it is. But you casual football fans and the ones who don't watch football or don't know the fucking game and don't watch Carson Wentz play, just shut the fuck up and stay out
Right.
of this. Stay out of this.
right,
You don't know what you're
because
talking
you have
about.
no idea.
Dude,
and
I
you come
saw
off,
your uncle post that. I
you
saw
come
it.
off foolish.
I won it, and I'm like, no, what's the fucking point? He doesn't. I know, dude. This is the same guy. Eagles lose to the fucking Buccaneers, 2002. Mike and I are distraught on the couch. What does he say, Mike?
Oh, well, maybe next year, or like, the Flyers are starting soon.
It's all right, guys. The Flyers are on tonight.
Regular season game.
Yeah,
or-
I
yeah.
wanted to fucking throw him through a
yeah,
wall.
like you
I was.
I
never,
know your Uncle Mike and I.
That was the
but-
most upsetting loss of my life.
Oh my God!
Even more so than the Super Bowl. That was the worst
Yes,
loss I've ever experienced in my
Same
life
here.
of any sport.
Same here.
All my
But
years.
the funny thing is that nobody was saying anything before the playoff game. And then and it's a fluke play that he gets hurt, and now all of a sudden people come out of the woodwork and, oh, yeah, Wentz sucks. Like,
Mhm.
Rams are getting fucking hurt. He didn't even have a big game. He got hurt on a fluke play.
Here you go. So we're gonna move on from the Foles thing, but I'm just gonna say this:
Oh, I'm so
when
fucking-
the players come in the locker room after last week's loss to the Seattle Seahawks, Wentz is almost in tears, and he basically says, "I'm sorry, guys, I'm sorry." The team basically almost like completely together basically said, "What are you apologizing for? If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have been in this." Game.
Exactly.
And they're right.
And what happened in this playoff game? It didn't hurt. It was disappointing because you didn't get to see Wentz finish it.
You knew that it was going to be tough.
Right,
sledding.
It
right.
would have been a good game.
Right.
Yeah,
And it
would've-
just wasn't a good
They-
It
they
They
wasn't a
lost
good game.
17-9 with a
was a
40-year-old
game.
quarterback that tore his hamstring.
It wasn't an entertaining game.
It wasn't. But what I'm saying is there is no doubt in my mind. I don't know about you guys. There's no doubt in my mind if Wentz plays that game, they win.
They wouldn't.
I wouldn't say that there's no doubt. The game's different if he plays. They definitely have a much better shot of winning.
You had, if you're in the same position on fourth down on those two fourth downs,
He's complete. He's doing
making,
something.
He's making,
He's
one
making
of those,
something
he's making
happen.
one of those
Well,
plays.
you know
Right.
what? He's made bad throws too
He,
on fourth down. Like I'm just
Mike, he has, but there's something different about him over the last month, dude.
Josh McCown,
although no, even over the last month he overthrew.
Not with
Miles
the game
Sanders.
on the line.
he's been
Not
money.
with the game on the
last-
line. He's
the last
been
four-
money.
The last 4 or 5 weeks, he's been money.
He's been good. Yes, I agree. I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying, like, you don't know how that game plays out with Wentz in. You don't know what Seattle does.
It's the
Seattle
same-
played
it's
a different game after he went out too.
It's the same
They
thing.
played a more of a
It's the
ball
same thing
control
as the
game.
people who go, "Oh, we would have won with Foles." It is the same thing. Like, yeah, it's all speculation. Maybe Wentz throws a pick, right? You don't know, like something crazy. But still, do you have a better chance of Wentz in the game
it
than with
changed the
McCown?
game, and it changed.
Yeah.
It changed the dynamic. It
It
meant that
sucked.
there was definitely made it from a good shot to
They're no
it's
shot.
Like it's
No,
it's
they went
real-
from
that-
went from a really good shot to win the game to no shot.
The air went out.
Totally.
But they lose the game.
And-
It is what it is.
And I don't know what to make of McCown now. Obviously, McCown being injured didn't help. But I thought that he played okay. I didn't think he was great. He didn't put the team on his back by any means.
When
He did okay.
If he had a playmaker or two,
he made a couple open throws. Goddard, Ertz were down the field. I think Greg Ward was open for a play. But
He got onto the ball too many
thing-
times.
the
That
play
bad
is-
throw to Miles Sanders.
Play to Miles Sanders.
that's
to
the
me.
right. But again, like he didn't practice at all with the team. He
Yeah,
he did
Yeah, I mean,
nothing. Like
I'm not
so
bashing
for
him.
him, right? So for him to come in right off the bench cold and do what he did, and apparently early in the game he tore his hamstring. It was probably on that bootleg.
It was on the bootleg because you saw him kind of
Right.
wincing.
So
Yeah.
so and then play the rest of the game and
the hamstring.
like, we were
was
in that
off
game till the end.
bone.
yeah.
Off the bone, they said.
Mm.
That's how bad he tore his hamstring.
And
He, got,
still
he
played.
has to have surgery on it.
And still
Yeah.
played.
Well, he's retiring, so I guess he figured it was his swan song.
Yeah, he's going to go into coaching.
But now you understand. Like after the game, he's in tears. And I gave it my all, and I'm like, you gave it your all. You were. And then you
were
find
just
out
so
that,
bad.
and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gave it your all, dude.
Isn't
Yeah.
it typical
It is typical.
of the season?
Absolutely.
Yeah, two fucking quarterbacks.
Right, like you bring your 40-year-old in
And he
and,
gets fucking-
and he tears his hamstring.
And what does that tell you?
The medical staff, like
They're fucking
something's
hard.
got to. I mean,
Well, how does the medical staff? How does the medical staff?
That's a tissue issue, man.
it's a conditioning
What,
issue.
fucking Dr. Seuss over here.
It's a conditioning issue.
So you're telling me
Tino,
that
stop
they didn't
Piss me
condition
in
the
tissue.
40-year-old to be ready to play?
They have to condition it their different way. This
Listen.
team's been decimated with injuries the past 2
The
years.
last
Something's got to
3
give.
years.
Yeah,
Even the year,
the year they won the Super Bowl.
Jason Peters, I mean, granted. But Wentz, and they lost a lot of guys. Cornerbacks were hurt.
Right.
Darby was hurt all year.
I don't know how much of it is. Some of it probably is medical staff, which they've already replaced
Right,
once.
like-
but some of it's probably bad luck too.
Right, it is. Like you can't prevent every injury. Like totally, Mike.
The
Like, I don't-
concussion. You can't.
right. Like you can't prevent every
Broken
injury.
bones, broken shoulder.
You're going to have a broken foot. You're going to have a torn hamstring. Like
But
that's
the
just,
soft tissue injuries
But
in
the
excess is bullshit.
Right.
Deshaun Jackson hurting.
That was bad. But
That's
you know
a
what?
stretching thing, man. That's all about.
right.
You know.
It's the conditioning. Like,
Yeah, but, and again, I get it. Medical staff. Deshaun Jackson's a 10, 12-year veteran, whatever.
Like
Like,
31 years old though. I mean,
don't
I'm
you think?
sorry.
How many-
Deshaun
how many-
Jackson. Ooh. It hurts
How
when
many-
I squeal.
I made her squeal.
He's been in the league for how long? Does he not know how to stretch? Like, do you need a doctor to tell him? Do you need a conditioning?
maybe you need a conditioning coach to say, Deshaun, you're getting older. You got to stretch and do things differently.
And he wasn't told.
He's a grown man. At some point, the onus has got to be on him. If it's a stretch, if he didn't
Mike,
stretch, the onus
and
has
it-
got to be on
And
him.
again, to a point, I hear you, dude. But what other team in the NFL really ever has been decimated with soft tissue injuries like this the past 3 years?
I mean, I don't know the other teams.
Wow,
Nobody
man.
follows the other.
It's fucking pathetic.
The last 2 years. I mean, I this year I think they were second.
Like what happened with the Sproles thing last year? He had a pulled hamstring. You didn't see him for 10 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
That's not medical staff?
This is
Like,
the same medical staff as last year, by the way. Which you were saying.
yes,
before the show.
earlier that
So
they
the guy-
hired
The guy says what?
the guy they hired, the head of the medical staff, they hired him before the 2018 season. Or before the 2019 season. He's the guy running the whole medical staff.
18.
now.
You're right.
All
After
right.
the Super Bowl. After the Super Bowl, they hired. him.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's running the whole medical staff now. He did nothing last year because he needed a year to evaluate.
Right.
How do you not have a?
What do you mean?
Plan.
That doesn't sound
How do you not have a
insane
plan?
to you?
Right.
Look, if there's anything in this world that Chip Kelly did right,
It's conditioning.
it was conditioning. They were the most healthiest team the whole time that Chip Kelly was here.
You didn't have as many injuries when he was a coach.
He had a system, and there is something behind sports science. People want to call bullshit. There is something behind it. There's a reason why it exists.
And
Right, your diet,
Your sleep.
what
all
time
that.
you go to bed? What are you doing at night? Are you going out and eating Wendy's and shit? Are you sleeping? Are you running on the bike
Are you
for
on
an
fucking Taco Tuesdays?
Right, like I mean,
blow jobs.
Well, I mean, yeah.
well, no, blowjob. I mean,
No,
you
that's
know,
not
that helps you
blow.
relax.
Yeah. I mean,
You know,
look,
so-
his wrist is working, his head's
Yeah,
working.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You mean if he's getting one?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Interpreted.
Not give him one.
Yeah, I'm
Get one.
sorry. Yeah. Keep quiet there, Jason Peters.
But something happened.
He's wearing Jordan Howard's wearing his fucking visor. He's getting a blowjob so it doesn't splash back in his face.
Yeah, that's why his shoulder hurts. He was jerking off too many dudes. He was looking for Nick
Well,
Foles.
the
big
stinger.
time.
That's the other thing. The stinger. Who
I
has a
was
stinger
here
for like
giving
5
Blow
weeks?
job the whole time.
Who? Like he missed 8 weeks
With a stinger? Yeah.
with a stinger.
Yeah.
Like You know what I mean? It's these things where you see a basic
I'm not-
injury and then you don't see a dude for 10 weeks.
I don't
Fucking
really
nuts.
have any, ties to the medical staff. If they fired medical staff, I don't have any problem.
They already got rid of one dude. They already hired somebody else. High up, but anyway,
it's just weird,
it's
man.
fucking weird. But
Yeah.
talking about the medical staff and things that should we do stays and goes as players first, or should we
Yeah.
get into the coach?
And then we'll finish with the coach.
All
Then.
right.
Okay.
Well, you know what? But first, before we get into that, while you're bringing it up, let me get rid
Oh,
of
we
it.
gotta. You know what? Are we previewing the games? We're gonna preview the games, right? The rest of the games.
Yeah, we'll do that after the Eagles.
After the Eagles talk, yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get into, other stuff.
I gotta turn this on.
Yes, sir.
So today, Rock World suffered a big loss,
A
man.
big blow, yeah.
Big loss.
Another huge one.
Neil Peart.
Neil Peart from Rush, the drummer, passed away. Brain cancer.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking-
67 years old, and hindsight, that's not that old, man.
No.
It's not. Like,
They were. It was probably about 2 years ago that they were still playing, right? I mean,
I think they did their final tour 3 or 4 years ago.
And he basically, Neil Peart was always a very private guy. He always kind of kept himself, kept his own things in check and was real quiet about his private life and stuff. But I didn't know he had cancer.
right.
You
Neither
knew
did I.
something was wrong.
Right.
They said something about his health, and that's all.
Right.
Turns out it's
But when the story came out today and Neil Peart died, and I clicked on it, I'm like, oh shit, he had brain cancer. Like,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a shame, man. Dude's a legend, man. One of the
Absolutely. I mean, and anybody's list, like anybody who knows anything, everybody talks about him as one of like the top five.
Nation.
well, just off the top of our head, let's do a quick
Best
greatest
drummers ever?
greatest drummers thing.
Neil Peart's on there.
Has to be.
Terry Bozzio's on there for me. He was the drummer for Frank Zappa.
Mhm.
He actually drummed the Horns one album, the
Mhm.
Untitled album, which wasn't a good album, but that's not his style. But
No, no, right.
but he was fantastic. Stuart Copeland from the Police. Kind of
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
The jazz background.
Mhm.
You hear his hi-hat work.
Wow.
Yeah, his Stuart Copeland's work is, if you ever really sat back and listened to his how quick his hands were and how quick he was, especially with the hi-hat and the off time stuff he does. I can't forget Danny Carey.
No, you can't.
Danny
He
Carey for
belongs on that
Tool
list.
is fucking. He's
Yeah.
so good, and I know you're going to mention. I'll leave it to you, but that's my top off the top of my head. Those are my guys.
All right. Again, I'd have to
and
seriously.
John Bonham.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say John.
I'd have to
That's what I had.
I'd have to seriously think about like my series top five, but this is off the top of my head. Danny Carey's definitely on my list. I hate to be repetitive like Sean, but there's no way I can't put him on the list. Neil Peart, and it's no particular order. Neil Peart. I'm gonna go Paul Bostov.
Mm-hmm.
He played with Slayer. He
Mhm.
played with Megadeth.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah.
phenomenal. Another dude, a little off the cuff. I've always thought the dude in Primus was an
Okay.
amazing drummer. I don't know his
he
name.
never went nuts, but he
Like he complimented Les Claypool so
Yeah.
well. Like, and I always he just always intrigued me. And then I might get backlash for this, but whatever. He's one of my favorite drummers ever. I'm not calling him the best ever, but Lars Ulrich. He does things. He's always on time, never misses a beat, and he basically does everything out of the 4/4 system. Like it's just amazing what he does. It's like he knows his limits and doesn't try to do more.
Yeah.
So off the top of my head, that's my top five.
So mine, Neil Peart, obviously, really great. I actually was one that seen him live and watched him do a drum solo. It was like a 118-piece drum set or something.
Terry Bozzio had the same thing. I've never seen so many cymbals in my life.
Yeah, it just, dude, he fucking rotated his chair around a fucking circle playing shit. It was amazing. Literally spinning around hitting fucking like unbelievable.
You can tell you were blown away.
Yeah,
You could completely, yeah.
it was. Yeah, it was. It may have been the best experience I've had at a concert. Like
Like the
it
best
may not have
mu-
been the best concert, but that
Like the best musical experience you've ever had.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, that 5-minute out of body experience might have been
Yeah.
That's awesome,
the
dude.
best ever.
Yeah. Yeah. I was kind of like that with Bazio.
Yeah,
Terry Bazio, when I saw Zappa play Zappa.
right. Yeah, I mean, I remember
Um,
you told me about that.
Same
yeah.
thing. I just, my jaw,
You see Frank Zappa.
his son played. And it was all Zappa's original band, but Dweezil was playing guitar. And Dweezil's a fucking good guitar player.
Wow.
And they had the original singers come out, and they had all these other. Terry Bozzio was their original drummer. Steve Vai was on guitar, which is
Jesus.
absolutely. It was at the Tower Theater. We had like I don't know 5th, 6th row.
That's awesome.
It was, and Terry Bozzio, same thing. That drum solo, we're just like, what the fuck? And then a year later, maybe not even a year later, he gets announced to play on Korn with Korn. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be weird. And I didn't know how to feel about it. And that album is weird sounding.
Oh yeah, it's
His
actually.
drums just don't fit.
I love Korn, but that album's terrible.
It's a bad album, but his drum was
Actually,
Decent,
I mean, Mike, we completely cut you off, but the drummer Korn has now, Ray Luzier.
Ray Luzier is fucking. Oh,
He's
Shannon Larkin from Godsmack, the new
I was gonna say, guys,
new
yeah,
drummer
yeah.
from Godsmack is really fucking. Good.
Uh-huh.
So
How about the one arm fuck from fucking Def Leppard?
yeah, no.
I mean, you got to give that guy you got to give him a mention.
Give him one hand. Give him a hand.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Stubby.
No, I mean Lars.
That's half my clap. Hold on.
I think Lars is obviously that's who I'd put him in my top 5.
Lars gets shit. Oh, and those are the people who don't fucking like Metallica because they don't like Lars.
Right.
Listen to Justice for All and tell me Lars Ulrich's not a good drummer.
Right.
Go fuck your mother. All right. Go listen to Black Album. Tell me he didn't change the way that drums sounded on albums. Now he doesn't do anything fucking spectacular on the Black Album.
else go in?
But as hard as that, you're on YouTube, so. But it's hard hitting and the way he's changed the sound, the way drums are recorded. I mean, Lars changed the way metal.
Yeah, I mean, like
sound.
Yeah.
the fucking
Yeah.
drum solo. It's amazing.
He put
The drums on Freight Ends of Sanity.
he made double
And-
bass commercial.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah.
Metallica overall made metal commercial.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess rounding out John Bonham.
Yeah.
I think it's a good one.
Christ, I didn't even mention it. Yeah.
Dave
Again,
Harry,
it was off the top of our head, right?
Tool. And the one that nobody mentioned.
Dave Grohl,
Yeah.
Taylor Hawkins.
The one that nobody mentioned. Keith Moon.
Yeah.
Keith Moon's a good drummer. Yeah, he's a really good drummer. Yeah.
I know he was kind of like, they say he wasn't
he was-
really tactical or anything, but he was like just artistic and.
I heard something. Now, I may have the story a little wrong. I heard this a long time ago. But they measured him against an M15 machine gun, and he was just as fast.
Wow. Yeah. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. So what you got, bro? Just off the top of your head, top 5 drummers.
I'm just going to announce it. Mark Drumheller from The Gambler, Fox Sports The Gambler, Fourth and Go, and Sports Outliers will be joining us on the 31st.
Nice.
It's going to be the day before, the Friday before the Super Bowl. He'll be,
Oh,
he'll be coming
yeah,
on
man.
the show. Yeah, so. Should be
Is he
cool.
coming here?
Yeah, he'll be coming.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, go ahead, Gary. No, I just got a text. Give him a hand. What the fuck?
Definitely Perk. Bomb. Lars. The fuck. Who just shut the fuck up.
See, that's everyone's problem. He's a good drummer, though, man.
Yes.
He does his job.
Just shut
Yeah,
up.
he's pretentious. I get it.
I mean, if you're gonna give me fucking Phil Rudd from fucking AC/DC,
Right.
dude's solid.
No, that's all he is.
He's solid,
Boom, pop.
right?
Boom, pop.
But like,
boom, pop.
but he followed,
boom,
right?
pop.
But I'm not gonna.
And he killed people.
Yeah, he hired people to kill people.
Right. Can't even do it himself, the fucking pussy.
Somebody's got to be dead.
So what you got, bro?
I just named my three.
Oh,
That's the
fine.
top 5. But
Yeah,
okay.
I'm naming three. That's all I got.
Oh, okay.
All right, cool.
All right, so let's get back
so
into
that's-
this. We're like fucking.
stays and goes. Stays and
Yeah,
goes.
we're
So,
like an hour
so
in.
as the players go,
All right, so I
who
got.
stays, who goes?
We got all I have here. We're gonna go through is the unrestricted ones because the restricted ones is a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
So unrestricted on the top of the list, the guy at the end of the panel, Jordan Howard,
Stays.
gone.
Gone.
Stays.
All right, move on.
This one's a little intriguing. Jalen Mills
I think he stays.
stays.
Goes.
I think he goes, and we had a big thing on our Twitter today. Basically, it was about that, and a lot of responses here. So Jalen Mills has taken all of his mentions of the Philly and Eagles out of his bios and Twitter on Instagram. So we basically tweeted out, "Does this mean anything?" or question mark, "Do you want the Eagles to move on from Jalen Mills?" A lot of people said move on. A lot of people saying
I think the conversation within the organization has already been had.
I agree. I agree too. I think he's got.
I believe the conversation's had, but
Things change.
I mean, the next one's all right. The next one's Ronald Darby, which
Goes.
we all know they're moving on for. Are
He
we?
fucking sucks.
Are we-
God damn that guy.
Are we really moving on from both starting cornerbacks?
I mean, like I said, I think Darby goes.
Darby's gone. Darby's gone.
Right.
If you're going to ask me if I'd rather keep Jalen Mills and get rid of him. I'd rather have Jalen Mills on this team.
Jalen Mills is a
He
solid. corner.
averages. He gives you swagger. He gives you something.
Right.
He's going to
He's
get
not
hurt.
the best.
No,
but-
he's not. He's not a shutdown corner.
Is he your second corner?
Yeah.
Why not?
Like if you
Right.
replace the one side and get a major starting cornerback,
Mhm.
like I don't know
I'd
where
rather
it
have-
is. I don't know how
I
they
like
do
what
it.
he brings to the team. I'd rather keep
There
him
were
on the
10
court.
guys. Like I just read something about there were 10 guys on there. I mean, Jalen Ramsey hasn't been re-signed. Marcus Peters hasn't been re-signed yet. Dallas has a guy that they might not be able to afford because they got a lot of guys out there.
They didn't even re-sign their quarterback yet.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right,
They haven't-
they didn't.
so
And then they got Amari Cooper. So
Yeah.
so there's guys you can get a legitimate
They're
number
gonna
one
get-
starting
They're
corner.
going to get.
They have to.
right,
I think that's where the bulk of their free agent money goes.
right.
Sign Marcus. Go ahead.
Well, yeah.
Continue.
You said you wouldn't sign him.
No, he's going to sign him.
Yeah, that's go get
They're
them.
not keeping him.
That's
They
just-
can't.
They
They can't
can't.
keep him.
I'm just saying, if he came to Philadelphia as a sure hand wide receiver,
Camus Gruger Hill.
Uh,
I'm gonna say stays.
I agree.
Yeah,
I'm thinking you have to.
Right.
Yeah, they don't have a
That's
whole
what
bunch of
have to.
linebacker depth.
Right.
To be
Yeah,
able
you
to-
have to keep
yeah.
Bradham. Right?
Hasn't anyone had the core injury?
Yeah. Well, that
He's the one that faked that
Faked the
lied
concussion.
about the concussion.
All
Yeah.
right. I'm thinking of Jerry.
All right, so this one,
Nick Gary. Yeah.
I'm interested to see where we all stand on this one. Jason Peters,
Goes.
Gone.
Goes.
go on.
I want
Well,
to.
goddamn, that was
Well,
bad.
The year after the Super Bowl, I wanted.
problems.
Him gone.
Yeah,
I agreed.
I looked at his money. I went, no, fucking free that money
I
up.
think I know I was with you. I was like, they got to get younger.
Now
They
you got
did.
Dillard.
Now that you have
Right.
Dillard, it's time to move on. Nate Sudfeld.
Keep him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want him as my backup. You were so high on him. I don't understand why he wasn't the number 2.
Yeah.
Josh McCown's going.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he's retiring.
All right, here's one. Rodney McLeod. I'm gonna say stays because I don't think
Because
Malcolm
Malcolm
Jenkins is
Jenkins
here.
don't stop.
I agree. You got to keep someone. You got to keep one of them. I don't think they bring them both back. I think McLeod might be the one that bring back.
Right.
Although, man, he didn't have a good year. You know what, dude? They might let them both go.
Nah.
No, they can't.
They can't.
You can't replace 2
Why can't you?
in a year.
Nate Gary can take McLeod's spot and you draft somebody. I don't know, or you sign somebody. I don't think
You need to sign a corner and a safety.
But between the
Replace
two, Sean,
Jenkins?
Jenkins or McLeod, who do you keep?
They have money. They're gonna have money, especially when you get rid
Well,
of
for
Jason
who?
Peters. I don't know. There's a bad. I have, especially when we talked to Ed Kratz before the end of the year. We talked to Ed Kratz and he said they're both gone. I kind of had that in the back of my head, and I'm sitting there going, they're not keeping Jenkins. I'm sorry,
No,
Jenkins is gone,
no,
and
no.
I know he's on your list, right?
No, because he's
To
not.
me,
No, he's not,
'cause
he's
not
unrestricted.
He's not a free agent.
Alex, he has a year left, but
Yeah.
I don't think they're keeping him. I think he's gone because he said, "I'm not playing on his current contract." But
I think
guess
they
what?
should restructure his contract.
No,
He's not going to.
he wants big money.
He wants big. He's 33 years old.
And
He
you know,
wants big.
at his age, you cannot warrant that big money. I'm sorry.
Well,
It's a shame
all right,
because he's played
all right, but
so
this is a diff-
consistent. He's played
Right,
every
but this is
snap
a
for the
different
last 2
topic.
years.
Say there's a way. Just hear me out before you start saying no. There's a way to work, say, a 3-year, $45 million deal,
Straight up money.
$20 million guaranteed. So that means, like, basically after the first year, the guaranteed money's gone. You don't bring them back on that?
I just don't think they do.
He's 34 years old.
No, he's 32.
I thought he just turned 34.
No, he's 32.
But it'll be 33 before the season starts.
If
Right.
you're telling me 3 years, 35, 20 million guaranteed. Now
That's not happening. He's already due 10.
right,
So he's going
but
to
he's
sign.
only due 10 for 1 year.
But he's going to sign for 3 years for 12.
I'm sorry, guys. He's not here next year.
Well, 15's too much. I mean, I heard 14 as his
Yeah,
You know,
all right, you're right.
dream-
He'll be 33 this year.
Right.
I heard 14's like the absolute max that he should get, and you're giving him 15 for 3 years. I don't know if 14's for a year or not. Like, I
Well,
don't
I'm saying
You do that.
I'm
I'm saying
in.
45.
You do that,
but
I'm in.
20 million guaranteed.
You do that. I'm in because he's been so good for you.
Right.
He's been so consistent. He hasn't shown any signs of wearing down. I don't think.
Yeah,
Oh, I do.
you have seen it. You have seen signs.
I
Played
do.
every snap the last 2
Yes,
years.
but this year was different.
I would go 40. I would go
Sean,
40.
he has been playing.
You go, so you're gonna lose this
For over $5 million.
for
for
$5
years.
million and have to replace both your starting safeties.
Well, I told you I wanted the cloud back.
You're not bringing them both back, Mike.
No, you can't.
There's no way they're bringing them both back.
Oh, all right. So if we're not bringing, we're
If
bringing
you're
one
going to ask me
back.
between the two, who am I rather have back? It's Jenkins. But who I think's going to come back is
McLeod.
probably McLeod.
Yeah, that's
I think
where I'm leaning.
McLeod's.
Why the
McLeod's
fuck?
younger though,
Yeah, McLeod's only like 28, 29.
right? So I think I'd
But
rather.
I just
McLeod.
don't think McLeod's played that great. To be honest with you, I think he's been.
It's a
kinda-
money issue.
And I think Jenkins is on his last leg. I think he's going to be
I agree with
depreciating.
I
Like,
agree.
Definitely.
so that's why
he's
he's
played
not worth
97% of the
He's not-
snaps in 6 years
It's
with the
gonna
Eagles.
it's gonna
Right,
wear on.
it's
or
not-
7 years.
right. He's not worth 3 years, 45. He's probably not worth 3 years, 40 million. But that
It's not.
for sentiment or whatever, that's as high
But
as I
put
go.
put the total money of the contract aside. Like if it's 3 years, 45, only 20 of it's guaranteed.
I understand that, but it's still a cap hit of $2 more million each of the 2 years. That's significant. I know that you don't think it's significant.
No, Mike, I'm not. That's where
Right. So,
you're misunderstanding.
Yeah, but you
me.
said-
I'm not saying it's not significant.
but you're saying like, is it?
What happened to this team when Brian Dawkins left?
I understand.
It was 7 years, 8 years before they replaced that position.
right. But Brian
That's
Dawkins
what
is gonna-
scares me.
Brian Dawkins was only going to play 2 more years of significant, or at a significant level at that. So they're still going to have to replace him. It was still going to be 5 years. My point is, yes, you're saying it's only $5 million. It's $2 million each year that needs to be allocated, and you have to. We all were impressed by the fact that Howie Roseman said that he doesn't want to tie himself to all the older sentimental
Total.
picks.
His
Right.
statement
So
was, "I
that's-
have a weakness of falling in love with older players."
All right, let's
Right.
move on. Let's go. Let's
All
go.
right, so our next one, this isn't even worth mentioning. He's going Aguilar.
Yeah.
The next one, he's going Curry. This one's
Wait a second.
I think they keep carrying.
I mean, why not?
no.
It's not going to cost you a lot.
See, the reason I said I think he's going is because the next one on the list,
Oh,
Jernigan.
Well, they play 2 different
well,
positions.
yeah,
One's
two
an end,
different
one's a
positions.
tackle.
And Malik Jackson's coming back next year because he's already on the contract.
I think he
forgot
can keep
about
both.
I forgot about
Yeah,
him.
yeah. Malik Jackson's still back. I think they keep
I
him.
think-
But
I
I
think
think
they keep
Curry's
him.
back. I think Curry's back.
Okay.
Oh, well, it depends what they do in the draft, but I think he's back because I'm gonna say Curry's back.
All right.
Sorry, Malik
They need
Jackson.
they need defensive ends, and
Yeah,
he's going to be one that's on the cheap. So why not?
Okay. All right. Ridgeway. Hassan Ridgeway.
nah.
Yeah.
I mean, what did he
How
do for you?
how old is he? Like what's
I don't know.
whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares either way?
This one doesn't matter. We're going to move on. Richard Rodgers. The last one on the list. This one's very intriguing to me. How Vitae.
I think you have to keep him.
I think he's going to be too expensive to keep.
So do I.
Expensive.
Yes.
Yes,
I think
he's gonna get-
somebody,
he's going to
somebody's
get
going to give
starting
him a
role.
contract.
he's going to get a starter. He's going to get a starter.
He's proved he can play guard. He can play tackle.
He needs a
Both,
haircut.
both sides at the right and left tackle. Someone's going to give it.
But the thing is, like, he's not going to make a ton. It's not like he's established himself as a top
But someone's going to.
offensive line.
But someone's going to pay
He's
him
gonna-
to be a
They're going
starter.
to pay
He's un-
starter
he-
money as compared to
But he's
Eagles guys.
unrestricted, right? He's unrestricted, so he does have the opportunity to hit the market. But the Eagles still, as of now, can lock him up now before he hits the market.
Right.
All right, so that's their chance. If he hits the market, yeah, that's a problem. If they hit him up now, we're going to offer you this much, blah blah blah, and you're now going to be because of what we're going to do with Jason Peters, what we're going to do with so and so.
Right.
You know, Brandon Brooks is still here. Lane Johnson's here. Kelsey might retire,
Kelsey will retire.
but Sayamalo will be your center, not Vitae. So,
Right.
That's a scary sentiment, too. But
man, Vitae on your left.
Yo, Big Vi-
Don't forget about that other big.
I like
concept.
Vitae.
Yo,
I
Big
like
You know
Vitae.
what? You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Nah,
He's,
You know
he's
what?
gonna, somebody's
No,
going to sign him as a
somebody's going to
starter.
sign him as a starter.
I'm thinking about the Eagles line, and I'm laying it out because Dillard, and then your left tackle. I don't know. And then you got Kelsey
Well, Dillard would be the left tackle.
or left guard. I'm sorry. And then you don't know about Kelsey. And then the right side you got Brooks and
Johnson.
Johnson.
So you had to replace one guy, right?
Oh, what
Is
about-
that accurate?
what
No,
about-
you're starting five. You may well, and if Kelsey comes
Am I
back, you're
missing
not
something? Who
starting.
am I missing?
The left guard. I forget who the left guard is.
That's the left guard was what the fuck? It was Lane Johnson, Brandon Brooks, Jason
Say-
Kelsey.
Say them out.
No, it was what the fuck?
Was it Sayamalo?
Prior.
No,
Pryor replaced Lane Johnson.
Oh, they're fucking irritated.
I'm not getting irritated. What the fuck?
All right. Well,
Whatever.
I don't know. I
What
don't know.
about that big fucking cocksucker? He's been hurt.
Gary, you can't say big cocker sucker that's been hurt with the Eagles. Everybody was hurt.
He used to play fucking rugby.
It's a unit.
Oh yeah, the Mulata.
Ah,
Yeah.
No, but they're high. They're like they think he's going to be something.
Yeah, I know.
Not saying we do, but that's what.
All right. Well,
Vitai's going to start for somebody.
I think I don't know. Maybe they keep. I think maybe.
It'd be nice to keep him. I just, if starter money and backup money, there's a different piece.
I just don't think he's established himself as a starter, but whatever.
Somebody's going to be the starter. Cincinnati Bengals.
So coaching, let's go through coaching real quick because the Eagles made some changes. They have gotten rid of Mike Rowe, and they've gotten rid of their wide receiver coach Walsh. So who's going to be the new offensive coordinator? Because this is kind of big.
Jim Caldwell.
Oh, Jesus.
You think Jim Caldwell is going to be the offensive? So Jim Caldwell, former coach of the Detroit Lions. What the fuck are you playing?
And former coach of the Indianapolis Colts. Took him to
Yeah.
the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Ooh.
All right, so here's a list Dave Zangaro put out there. I like the first one. I know I'm going to get killed for it, but I like Deuce Staley.
No,
I know you say no.
fuck that. Fuck that interior promotion bullshit.
You know what? You hate interior promotions for everything.
Here's
Everything.
I
You
see.
do, Gary.
I
You
say
do.
I say this about the Deuce Staley thing until the show because I didn't want to talk about it before the show. I look at Deuce Staley and I look at the running back rotations that he's done, and I think he's done a terrible fucking job with the running back rotations.
I agree.
What makes me think that he's going to step in an offensive coordinator position and offer something better than what he's offered to running back? When you're third and fucking goal and Darren Sproles is still playing, why are you putting Darren Sproles in there when you could put Jordan Howard in there? And
That's
maybe
a valid point.
and maybe do something different.
However,
Why did Jordan Howard not touch the ball last 2 weeks of the year? Why? What the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm out on Deuce Staley. I don't care if he fucking played, if he's a coach here, or if he's out somewhere else. I don't give a fuck. I don't think he deserves a spot to be OC here.
Hold on. Before counter argument. For that. A lot of running backs in here. A lot of different guys that came in. Did a really good job bringing the Jai in here. Did a really good job. LeGarrette Blount
for 4 years or for 4 games. Jai played well.
No, the year of the Super Bowl.
The year of the Super Bowl.
He
LeGarrette
came in
Blount
halfway
Ajayi.
through the season, and it took him 2 weeks to get his legs under him, and he played well through the playoffs. That was it.
Carried him to the Super Bowl. Last year, they had a whole bunch of different guys. Corey Clement.
Corey Clement's developed.
Adams, Josh Adams, like all these.
Corey Clement hasn't played in 2 years.
I'm with you, Sean. The rotation.
Corey Clement hasn't played in 2 years. He's been hurt.
Josh Adams came out of nowhere.
Josh Adams ran for 500 yards last year.
That was it.
And he didn't make the team this year.
Right.
How did he progress?
Jordan Howard did good in the beginning.
Ajayi hasn't played since the Super Bowl.
All right, can I fucking make a statement? For Christ's sake, I let you fucking talk. Make your point. I make a counter argument, and you jump down my fucking throat. Every fucking person I say. Am I wrong?
But am I wrong on my counter argument?
I didn't jump down your fucking throat to make.
Yeah, get your point off. Go ahead.
Oh,
Here.
nah, I'm all right. All right, I can. All right. So Miles Sanders didn't, come out and play well and then produce as a second-round draft pick. They used Jordan Howard in the beginning of the year. He played well. I don't know what happened at the end of the year. I don't know if it's an injury thing. I don't know what it is.
It's that training staff again.
Could be the training staff. I don't know what it is. Boston Scott came out of nowhere, off the street, played well. He's the running backs coach. He's the one that got production out of those guys. Carson Wentz wasn't the only one that stepped up at the end of the year. For the last 3 years, I think that the running backs have been a bright spot. I think they've been a bright spot for the team.
It's almost like it doesn't matter who they put back there.
To an extent, yeah. And there's got to be credit given to the person who's coaching that team. He's put in his 7 years. Maybe it's sentimental. I don't know, but
he's actually been coaching with the Eagles since 2010.
So,
but there's a reason he hasn't progressed and got above where he's at.
Well, he did get the promotion. He did get interviewed for that job, and
he was the assistant head coach.
They promoted him to the assistant head coach to throw him a bone, and then he sat by and played the good soldier. Didn't say a word about it. Didn't pass him bone. And then 2 years later, the opportunity comes up. Why not now?
He's not going anywhere else from where he's at.
Well,
sorry,
that's your opinion on it.
Right.
That's and again, this is what I think they should do. This isn't necessarily what they're going to do, but you asked who I think.
Right, and my rebuttal with that, I kind of agree with you. I do believe Deuce Staley deserves a shot to be an offensive coordinator. He's been coaching a long time. He's coached under some pretty good coaches. If he doesn't get a shot now, when? But I don't want an internal hire.
Okay.
I'm not saying he's not ready to be an offensive coordinator or anything. It's nothing against Deuce Staley. I don't want an internal hire. I want an outside voice to come in here, a young, different kind of guy. I don't want a retread guy. I hear where Gary's coming from with Jim Caldwell. Jim Caldwell's a good coach. Good coach.
Right.
No nonsense. Fuck you. You don't like EO sick kind of guy.
Well, Doug Peterson would overrule that, Gary.
But
But
the no nonsense guy, or not the no nonsense. I'm sorry, the retread. I understand that on teams that didn't have success and teams that had
all right. But
this has been a pretty good organization.
But how good has the offense been the past 2 years?
The offense has been terrible since the Super Bowl.
All right. Has there been any explosiveness?
No.
Has there been any quick starts?
No, but you know what? Unfortunately, I blame Howie Roseman for that more than the offense. I think that the fact that they did not
Well, Mike,
themselves with a
but
speedy
how
Well,
How
Mike,
was it Howard
Mike, you're
Rosen?
getting it. But who did they have speedy in 2017?
They had Torrey Smith.
Who sucked up until the playoffs, Mike?
Understood, but he didn't get hurt, and he still stretched the defense.
But he didn't. Because every time he threw it to him, he dropped it.
But somebody had to go with him. He still drew enough
So
attention.
Torrey Smith was the reason their offense was so explosive in 2017.
Well, no, I mean,
It wasn't because of Frank Reich.
Frank Reich had a lot to do with it. Yes, and they missed Frank Reich. I mean, I'm not, obviously I get that. They missed Frank Reich. They missed DiFilippo. I get that.
So wouldn't it be wise to just bring in someone like not saying just like a copycat of Frank Reich, but someone like an outside voice, someone
it worked. Yeah.
someone that could tell Doug, no, that doesn't work. We're going to do this.
Right. This is why I say Jim Caldwell.
So you think that somebody that's going to challenge Doug a little bit more, and Deuce Staley's going to be a little bit more of a yes man, and you're looking for some.
I'm just
I
looking
can-
for
I can understand that a little bit.
different kind of mind, a different kind of like fresh ideas,
Okay.
young, fresh ideas.
I mean, has Deuce Staley's done a few good things with the Eagles? Yeah, but he's also made some boneheaded fucking mistakes.
Well,
He has.
Am I allowed to talk now? Is it all right?
Go ahead,
Yeah.
brother.
I don't want to jump on anyone's toes now.
no, I mean, we're done the debate. We're in the middle.
What he just said is where I'm at. He
It's a
made
valid point.
lot of bonehead mistakes.
Yeah.
I think you're giving him too much credit. I think Boston Scott. Now, does that fall on Howie Roseman? Absolutely, because Howie Roseman should have seen, or someone should have seen that Boston Scott has talent.
I should have seen Greg. Like, there's
When Darren
that's another
Sproles-
conversation.
When Darren Sproles got hurt,
He should have came up. He should have been your
so
guy.
that's not on Deuce Staley. I understand, but that also doesn't get credited to Deuce Staley because this guy has pure natural talent, which he obviously has. We've seen it.
Right.
He has pure natural talent. But you brought up Josh Adams. Josh Adams had 500 yards last year, and he led the team in rushing.
He also
That
led
was
the,
a lot to do with the injury.
Five-
he also led the
100
team in
yards.
fumbles.
With 500 yards rushing. Ajayi hasn't been productive since that half a year he played. He's been out of football last year. He played this year. They signed him. He didn't do shit. The rotations have been absolutely
It's
horrible.
sickening.
They've been horrible. There's been so many times where you line up near the goal line and go, where's there? Even when LeGarrette Blount was here, there was times that they line up and Darren Sproles is the one in the fucking backfield.
That's stupid.
You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's stupid.
You put your big back. That's why I say fuck Deuce Staley. Because I think his rotation's been dog shit. So if you put him in an offensive coordinator position and the game's on the line, I don't trust Deuce Staley.
Right. So up to the red zone.
There's a reason why
let's
he
say-
hasn't gotten that job yet.
Let's say that, Sean. Up until the red zone, okay, Deuce, you've been okay. But when you get to a red zone, you're not making good decisions. You're rotational. You got a rotational.
And I'm
problem.
sorry for jumping
and
down
you
your
can't,
throat.
and you
I'm sorry for
can't,
jumping
you
down your
can't,
throat.
you can't do that to your offensive coordinator.
Just this.
Like, say you hire him, you can't say, "All right, we're driving the ball. We're inside the 20. Deuce, I'm going to call the plays from here.
The reason
I'm
why
going to do the rotation from here." You can't do that.
Right. The reason why I get aggravated, it's not you, Mike. It's the general. It's the Eagles Twitter. And it's the same.
Deuce,
It's
Deuce,
It's the Deuce,
Deuce,
people
Deuce.
and the Pat Shermer because there's only two fucking names those fucking retards know.
Right.
Because I know that name. No, it's called Pat Shermer.
Why the fuck would anybody
He
want
was
Pat
already
Shermer?
here. He failed.
Whoa.
See ya.
Right.
Gone.
Why,
All right, so-
why would you want him as
And
your
Deuce,
OC?
because Deuce was a good running back here.
And you have a sentimental value towards him, But the Pat Shermer thing to me is the most astronomical thing. That why is that name?
Why would you have
Why?
Pat Shermer back?
All right. So we'll
Well,
go through the rest of the guys. Let's go through the rest of the list.
Yeah, we got to go.
Marty Warning Wing has been mentioned again.
Yes, that's one of the
Brad
names.
Childress.
Yeah,
has been
like
mentioned.
Childress,
Yes.
yeah.
Press Taylor. Again,
No.
that's not. Now I
You're
agree.
going
That's
with
not
him.
one.
No,
No.
Yeah, I'm out on Press Taylor. I don't think he
No.
was half the year. He wasn't even that good with Carson. Yeah, Carson stepped up at the end of the year, but that doesn't. We were ready to fire him as the quarterbacks coach. So
yeah, but there was also another thing that happened with Wentz. That
Press failure.
This one I also don't like.
I had Mike.
32-year-old Mike Kafka. The guy was a terrible quarter. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm
Doug
not.
Peterson was a
So
terrible
Peterson.
quarterback. Jason Garrett was a terrible
But wait a
quarterback.
minute. With Mike Kafka being said, I mean, there's a relationship with him and Peterson.
Right, like
What's Kafka
That-
doing now?
He's
with
the
the
quarterback's
Chiefs.
coach on the Reef.
Quarterback
With
coach
Reed.
Chiefs.
And see, that's the kind of
But you're doing
name.
the same fucking thing though.
Right. I'm not saying Mike Kafka, like per se.
But that
I'm
could
saying
happen.
that kind of name
Could
is
happen.
what I'm looking
Here's-
for.
It's
Here's-
funny. It makes me feel weird about that. Like I don't feel like, oh fuck that. I feel like
Like a young
Yeah,
guy
I
with
kinda feel
fresh
like-
ideas.
Here's the
That's
second.
what I'm looking for.
Here's the second guy that I know I'm going to get killed for, and this is probably my second choice.
Go ahead.
Jay Gruden.
No, I'm all about that.
I'm all with
All about that. I would
I
love
do
if
not
they
hate
hired
that.
Jay
if
Gruden.
they hire Jay Gruden's offense coordinator, I'd be like,
That's
The
good.
only thing that would suck about that is most likely in a year or two you're going to need another
if
one.
you forget, Jay Gruden was a highly coveted offensive mind when he went to the
Andy
Redskins.
Dalton and AJ Green had their best years under Jay
I'd be
Gruden.
fine with Jay Gruden. coming
Totally,
here. I'd be fine with Jay Gruden coming.
totally. Kirk Cousins got
here.
Kirk Cousins got an $80 million contract because of Jay Gruden.
Jay Gruden might be,
Imagine that, the four of us agreeing on something.
Jay Gruden might be my number one. My number two might be John DeFilippo. The only reason that's not going to happen though.
John
Because-
DeFilippo's already a coordinator, isn't he?
He got fired
But
in
he got-
Jacksonville. The
Oh,
whole
did he?
staff got
Of
fired.
their own.
You're right.
Oh, well, I bring
Well,
up
I don't know if he's officially. The only reason why it might
He's not on this
it's
list.
not
But I
gonna-
think that would be
the only reason why it's not going to happen is because apparently him and Wentz butted heads.
They did.
So
Oh.
that's probably why it won't happen.
Yeah.
And also, I mean,
They do it again.
but again, it's the same thing.
But it's not though. He
It's
was
free trade.
He wasn't
True.
He wasn't
True.
an offensive coordinator.
Right.
He was the only reason that he didn't get the offensive coordinator job is because Frank Reich
Wasn't
wasn't.
going to get the Indianapolis
Yeah.
job. Josh McDermott was.
Yeah, he would have been promoted.
So I didn't hear your opinion on Jim Caldwell.
That's my opinion. I'd be okay if they got him. I think there's better options out there. If he's like, to me, like, yeah, he took a team to the Super Bowl. There's a fucking weird thing with me with guys who were head coaches and come back as offense coordinators.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Like, I feel weird about like the Pat Shurmur thing. Like, he found, even though he was already here, but I feel weird about him being head coach and come back. Like, he's downgraded, and like, do you perform downgraded? Like Josh McDaniels, although the difference with him is that he's so young that I think that Josh McDaniels can recover. And I think Josh McDaniels gets the job in
In
Cleveland.
Cleveland, he has to get
I
that
think he
job.
gets the job
Has
in
to.
yeah, and then his
and I think
career.
Schwartz
Then
is
his
back there.
career is
So
ruined.
wait,
No, I don't
what
think
happened?
so,
Is
Gar. I don't.
McDaniels-
I think he's the perfect
McDaniels
hire
is-
for them.
He's back with New England.
Right.
Brian,
So
I think
Brian,
he's a
job
coordinator with New England.
Yeah.
Right?
Bro,
So
for the past
he-
12
he
years,
had a
anybody that
job.
went to Cleveland,
He
And
was
he lost his job and then got
Not
the
with the
offensive
talent that's on
job back.
Cleveland
with
now.
Denver, and then he got a job back with New England, and now
Or,
he's getting
yeah.
an offer a job with Cleveland.
What are
Wow.
you talking about?
Josh
Josh
McDaniels.
McDaniels. I think he gets the job with Cleveland.
So
I think if I'm Cleveland,
That's their top choice.
I'm looking at your team.
Who can get the most out
I'm
of
looking
Baker
at- I'm-
Mayfield?
I'm looking at the talent.
And
Right.
I'm going with offense. I'm going Josh.
Right.
McDaniels. He's an
Who can
offensive-
get the and you know, we've had a conversation. This is going a
They're
little
making a
off
decision tomorrow, by the way.
well, that we've gone this is a little off topic. We've talked about him. Like, I personally don't think Baker Mayfield's a bust. I don't. I think the kid's got talent. I think he's got a little bit of arrogance about him that needs to be a little controlled and
Oh,
skewed back.
Kitchens was terrible.
But Josh McDaniels, after coaching Tom Brady for what is it, 9 years, 10 years?
I
Like
do
with the
think-
two stints there, I think he's, if anybody can get Baker Mayfield to live to his potential, it's Josh McDaniels.
Breaking news, guys.
Let's hear it.
Javion Clowney not fined for the hit on Carson.
That's a fucking joke. That's a joke.
Yeah, I got nothing.
That's a
I-
good
Not
joke.
fine, not suspended.
That's
I don't think he should be suspended. He should have got a fine, though. Like, that's a joke.
I
That
think
was
he
a
should've been
blatant
suspended,
fucking hit.
Right.
bro.
I think he should have been suspended, but I mean, what?
Yeah.
I don't give a
he
shit.
should not be allowed to play the rest of the playoffs.
I don't give a shit about a fine. I mean, a fine doesn't matter.
Fuck
No.
that fine.
All right, where are we at, Mike?
All right.
This is just going to piss us all off.
Yeah. So the other names that we have is Shermer. We talked
No.
about him. Morning, Mike. We talked about
No.
him. Mike Shula,
No.
and then the other interesting name. This is the one that everybody should be lighting up about. The new genius, blah, 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 blah. Gar. James Urban.
Yeah,
Ravens
he's
I like
quarterbacks
that.
coach.
I don't hate it.
I
don't hate it.
But
think
how
he's-
much did you have to coach?
Ryan.
Yeah, I
Who
think
was
he's a
your-
product of the success of Lamar Jackson
Right.
being
Ryan,
like
you and
a
I
phenomenal-
Yeah,
agreed
my
on
big,
the
my
top
number
guy.
one choice. I mean, it's not going to happen because he's staying with where he's at. Kellen Moore.
Yeah, but he's already said that he's staying with Dallas.
Right. Like, say what you want about the Cowboys. The Cowboys offense put up points. It was the number one offense in the league. And Kellen Moore, again, I said it 3 or 4 times leading up to it. A young, innovative guy, just with fresh ideas, can come in, not saying he completely takes over the offense from Peterson, but hey, Doug, why don't we try this? You got this guy that can go do this. Why don't we do this? And like, I mean, just going back even to the Super Bowl, like Nick Foles comes over, you want Philly? And he looks at him.
Yeah,
Let's do it. Doug Peterson is open to things. Like, he's open to trying things.
just like TJ Sister.
Totally. So
It's been a long time since we've had a TJ sister.
so
So she likes her ankles behind her head.
so I mean,
Why don't we
obviously,
have her on the show?
So we're all worn out and you won't be able to talk.
right? Like, the show wouldn't last 20 minutes. So
She's loose though.
it's not going to happen. They're not going to have to hire Kellen Moore, obviously. But that's the kind of guy I would like, would be my ideal hire.
That's 8 empty ball sacks.
No, it would be 4 empty ball sacks.
I don't have fucking
Where-
two balls.
Times 2.
All right.
We don't have 2 ball
There's 2
sacks.
balls in
Yeah,
each
speaking
sack.
of,
But the sack.
Okay,
there's
so then
4
4
sacks
empty
here.
so
sacks.
this kid gets in trouble at school because he had sex with his teacher, right? And he goes home and what'd you get suspended for? And he tells his mom, I got suspended for having sex with a teacher. And the mom's so upset. You get upstairs. You get upstairs right now. So the husband comes home. The dad comes home, and the wife says, "Our son had sex with the teacher." And the husband's trying not to smile. I'll go talk to him. He goes up, sits next to him. He goes, "Where'd you go, son? Next time,
Fuck, dude.
He goes, I'm so glad you actually did this, right?" And the kid's like, yeah. He gives him a high five. He goes, "I'll tell you what, that bike you always wanted? We're gonna go get it." So they go to the store, go get it, and they're leaving. He goes, "I'm gonna let you ride that bike home." He goes, "Dad, I can't. My ass hurts too much."
Yeah,
What
it
the
was,
fuck, dude?
dude, I seen where that was going. A fucking
So we all
mile
did.
away.
We all seen where it was
So
going.
actually, it was the teacher having sex with him.
Well, that's probably true.
Yeah, pulverized his asshole. Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna
There's
see
a-
Ozzy.
there's more than one.
Yo,
way.
we going to see Ozzy?
You wanna
There's
see
more than
Ozzy?
one way to an A.
Yeah, we're gonna see Ozzy.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we can't use that fake.
Huh?
Okay.
What?
We can't use that as fake.
Was it? You motherfucker, you.
It was totally fake.
Fuck.
I spent all day working.
Yo,
on
he
that.
made it look like a Facebook
I
fake.
made it look like a
It
fake.
took you all day to do that.
No, it was 20 minutes. Well, that was good.
Yo, he texted me earlier.
Yeah, who was the special guest? Diamond Head.
Time in that.
Yo,
Oh,
he
no, man, not Diamond.
King
no,
Diamond.
King Diamond.
I'm gonna fuck him up.
Yo, he
He
texted me earlier. Yo, I'm gonna get carried.
But
I'm gonna send him a flyer. The Ozzy's gonna do the fucking album premiere at the Met. Garrett, all I did was ha 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 ha.
As your brother used to say, yo.
You would do it to me. Shut the fuck up.
What I would
Yes,
tell
you know you wouldn't. Yes, you would be all about it.
You were like, go get him.
You'd be all
You were
about
like,
it.
go get him.
If
Go
he
get
was
him.
if
Go
he
get
was
him,
doing
Tiger.
something about Metallica, you'd be all about it. Don't even act like you wouldn't.
Look,
How excited were you, Gary?
I mean, it's you, Sean.
You had a feeling, didn't you?
Just a little
A
bit.
little bit, a little bit,
Just
a little bit. There's something, a little bit,
bit.
a little bit.
Go get your fucking shine
Yeah.
box.
All right.
So are we done?
yeah.
Did we all give our Jim Caldwell opinion?
I give mine.
Yeah, me too. My thing is, he's 60.
Give me Jay Gruden.
Yeah,
Give me
he's,
Jay Gruden.
Jim
I
Caldwell's
think I'll go
64 years old. He had to take a leave of absence.
How many
last year.
offensive coach? How many head coaching jobs are there? Jay Gruden's young enough. He's young enough. He's smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like him.
Yeah, sure.
God
I'll go with Jay Gruden.
God damn it, I care.
Yo, come here for 2 years. Learn under a good coach.
Come here for
He'll
2
get-
years.
he'll
and
get
become
another
one of the
head
Gary's
coaching job,
come his
that's
whole
fine.
lifetime.
Right. Come here for 2 years. Learn under a good coach.
I don't know.
Regroup, and you'll get another head coaching job.
Right.
He didn't do anything.
Tutor somebody else to take your place.
Right. You know, he was asked about going to Oakland, and he kind of was like, John's there. John does his own thing. We'll see what happens.
Can't
Yeah.
But he kind of like blew it off. Like, I'm not going to work under my brother.
Yeah, my brother pulverized my dad. My dad fucked his sister. I can't go there.
Things-
But I ain't gonna lie. If Gary's a head coach, fuck you. I ain't coming to run your offense. Nope.
I'm pretty sure.
Nope.
So I'm working with you.
I'm pretty sure he will win a Super Bowl.
Hang on. Your
Fucking
team,
run the football every fucking
well, your
play.
team, they're just going to run the ball 50 times a game.
It's like fucking that.
Jordan Howard's gonna fucking
old
get hurt
fucking
second
Yeah,
game
yeah,
season.
yeah.
What's that old fucking
117
football? Electric football. Just running, running the whole time.
Yeah, you'll see Sean leaving at the second half. Fuck.
Yeah.
Throw the fucking ball.
Can we throw a fucking pass?
Down the rock. Old school. Like,
Third and 15, runs a draw play.
you know, fucking Jim Brown.
Draft me a real quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on.
All right, so XFL, by the way, real quick. I just wanted to bring this up real quick.
Before we talk about that, we got to preview the games.
I got
this
it.
week, too.
I got it. Oh,
All
yeah.
right, I got a pee
Oh, yeah,
and I'm
you're right.
having a cigarette.
All right, let me do the XFL thing and then we'll preview the game.
I got a pee
Yeah,
and
I'm
I'm
out on
having
the
a cigarette.
XFL stuff.
All right.
No, I'm
Oh.
not out on the XFL though.
All right, so the XFL
I
released
got a
their
pee.
new rules,
Let's smoke.
and
Pee
it's
first.
pretty
Let me
interesting.
know.
So, 10 players on the receiving team will line up on their own 30-yard line. The kick coverage team lines up 5 yards away on the 35.
Oh, it's just more.
This is too fucking. Hold on, that's not the rule I was looking for. This is too consecutive. This is too complicated. But they're getting rid of the coffin corner.
What's
XFL has no coffin corner punt. Any punt that goes out of bounds goes at 35-yard line.
Okay.
Right? Extra points. There'll be no extra points in XFL. Instead, teams are going to choose from one of 3 options. They can either attempt to play from the 2 for 1, attempt to play from the 5 for 2, or from the 10 for 3. A defensive return on any of those turnovers are worth the same number of points that the team is trying to score. That's pretty cool.
Right. Okay.
That's actually pretty cool.
That's interesting. Could you see a 3-point conversion if they're starting from the 10? That's interesting.
Check this rule out. Teams will be permitted to attempt a two forward passes per play.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, as long as the ball doesn't cross the line of scrimmage.
So you could do 2 4.
So say you're a shotgun,
right.
pass forward. That
Right.
guy can throw forward. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You're behind the line of scrimmage.
As long as you're behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah.
Overtime, games tied at the end of regulation will advance to a shootout style overtime, which each team will have 5 chances to score on a single play from the 5-yard line. That's pretty wild.
So wait a second. So it's like basically how many times you score from the 5?
It's 5 chances to score. A penalty defense will result in the ball moving to the 1-yard line. Yeah, games tied after the conclusion of a regulation will advance to a shootout style. So yeah, you have to have chance. Yeah, it's probably how many times.
So you can't run the
No,
ball.
you know what it
Because
is?
you got to stop at the.
No.
If you get stopped at the 1, you get nothing out of it.
Man, that's fucking brutal. Yeah, I don't know how that
You're
works.
talking about a fucking 6 defense.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. All right, so other rule changes. Only 1 foot in bounds is a successful catch. A running game clock outside of the game's final 2 minutes. 25-second play clock the entire time. 2 timeouts per half. 10-minute halftime. Coach to player communication and to all offensive skill players. And the broadcasters can hear everything. No coaches' challenges at all.
The
Linemen are
broadcasters can hear everything, so
Yeah.
you're basically giving your whole fucking
Yep.
playbook up every week.
The linemen are allowed to be at 3 yards from the line of scrimmage before being flagged for a illegal man downfield. So those are the rules. And there's something weird about the uprights. I don't know where that is, but yeah, there was something strange about it. But pretty wild. Pretty
I mean,
crazy
it's
shit.
wild, but it's it's basically a
It's fun. And you know what though? Like AFL was too, they were too serious. This is fun, right? Fun to last until February to fucking May.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
I'm not gonna watch it.
no, I'm not. I mean, Ryan said he's going to watch it, but
maybe fucking Boston Scott will play for him. Maybe and Nelson Aguilar will play for him.
maybe get his reputation back.
Fuck those guys. Just out smoking. We have a show to do. We're gonna do our predictions for the games. Sound good?
Do it.
All
Yeah.
right.
You got the lines?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I got everything. Wow, Polsky's really late. TJ's sister. How late is he? He's like fucking 10 minutes late. All right, Vikings, 49ers. Vikings are on the road taking on San Fran. The Vikings are underdogs by 7 points. This is the first game on Saturday. 4:35 kickoff in San Fran. When's the last time San Fran's been? Probably 2013 is the last time they've been this high ranked.
Right? 7 points.
It's a lot of points.
It is.
Playoff game. How many blowouts are in the playoff game?
I'm actually going to take San Fran. You know what? I just feel like Minnesota kind of like won their Super Bowl last week. I just kind of feel like there's it's going to be like some weird letdown. Traveling a second week in a row. They're not in the dome this time. Traveling second week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. San Fran's a little bit under the radar. I don't know if San Fran's that great, but I don't know.
I just don't know if San Fran. Like I hear you on the Minnesota team.
I don't know if San Fran's
If
really out
there's,
either.
if there's any team, if there's any team the remaining that I do not want to see in the Super Bowl, it's Minnesota. I fucking hate Minnesota. I hate Minnesota. I hate those fucking colors. I hate that quarterback. I hate that coach. And I more so hate those fucking fans.
Yeah,
They're the
weak.
biggest flock of fucking pussies ever. Minnesota Vikings fans are the biggest flock of pussies of any NFL team ever. The Midwestern, they came here and they thought they're going to beat our ass and they fucking did their shit in front of the pussy-ass Rocky statue. I can't stand it anyway. But they did their shit and they did the skull chant and they got their asses beat and then they cry like fucking cunts.
They did.
Leaving this town. Fuck Minnesota. That's going to the fucking best. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Fuck.
I'm just glad the best of's coming back.
You got to remind me every fucking that's dope.
Mm.
Fuck Minnesota. So Minnesota's the only team that I do not want to go to Super Bowl. Every other team
So
that's
you think they
remaining.
lose? You think that they cover though?
I think it might be a push. I think maybe they lose by 7. Yeah, it's 7 on the dot. It's weird. Yeah, I think it's a push. It's gonna be tough. Titans, Ravens. The biggest spread of the week. Titans are underdogs by 10 points in Baltimore.
I think that's a close game.
Titans Ravens.
I think that's a closer game than anybody thinks.
What game
I'm
we
going
on?
to say the
Titans,
Ravens win. I'm going to say they win by a field goal.
Ravens win by field goal.
Ravens by a field goal.
Gary, what do you think?
Ravens 31. Titans 22.
Ryan, you and I, 1, 2, 3, who wins?
Titans.
Titans.
Wow.
I think the Titans.
Wow.
Pull it
Titan,
off.
Titans do 3 things to make you win in the playoffs.
Mouth, ass, and vagina.
Straight up. Mouth, pussy, or butt, pig.
Belly button if you're fucking fat.
And P or B. That was always my motto.
I mean, so as long as you got somewhere to squirt your children.
But again, the Titans do 3 things. The Titans
You
do.
can make good money on the money line on that.
Yeah, it's a 10-point
Yeah,
spread.
that's insane. There's no way the Ravens cover that. There's no way.
Well, all 3 of us had them. Had the Titans.
You got the Titans too?
No, I mean we have the
point
Titans
spread.
with the points.
But I like the Titans outright.
Yeah, you know what Sean do?
Yeah. They run the ball. They play good defense,
Maybe two.
and they have a quarterback that doesn't turn the ball over.
Maybe we have to throw some money up, dude.
Yeah. Maybe. I like the Titans here in a tight.
Where's my money for the fucking food tonight? You fucker?
Oh yeah, it's still out in the car. Don't let me forget, dude. Don't let me forget, man. Don't let me forget.
God damn. Sounds like this, mama. Oh, Ryan, that means Sean was thinking about this the whole fucking.
I was not.
No, I was.
I was
no,
thinking that the whole
Yeah,
time.
we're talking about money. I'm like, oh, you're speaking about money.
I'm gonna call.
$50 fucking Boston on food.
I'm gonna call the Titans.
That was 40.
I'm gonna call the Titans 24-21.
I'm around the same. I was thinking like 31-20, some crazy shit. All right, Texans Chiefs. We gotta move on, man. Texans Chiefs. Texans are 9.5-point underdogs.
I like the Chiefs here.
I think I like the Chiefs to cover.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
All four of us like the Chiefs to cover. I think Houston's a
That's
fraud.
Deshaun Watson, man.
I like Deshaun Watson.
I like Deshaun Watson.
I like DeAndre Hopkins, but
They can't run.
that's it.
I don't like
They're
No,
not,
Brian.
the
Texans.
Chiefs get a ride, get a lead.
It's over.
Who they gonna ride? They can't ride anymore.
Right,
They're not running.
Like they get a lead, like the way Buffalo did. You're not coming back on them.
Damn,
They
bro.
get a 7 to 10 point lead. Game's over. It's a wash.
Okay.
Seattle.
Bro,
Green Bay.
You cracking a fresh bottle.
Is
Yeah.
Danger,
Seattle.
Danger.
4.5-point favorites at home.
Seattle's not home.
Green Bay 4.5.
No, I'm sorry, Green Bay 4.5.
Oh.
What if I said Seattle? I'm sorry.
You
Green
did.
Bay 4.5-point favorites at home at Lambeau, taking on Seattle. I'm sorry. I apologize. Everybody knows it.
Seattle outright.
Nah, I disagree.
I think Green Bay is ripe for the picking.
I-
They haven't played well the last like 3 weeks.
They did beat Minnesota pretty handily.
They did, but Minnesota's a joke, dude.
Minnesota's in the second round.
They are in the second round, but Kirk Cousins is going to have a Kirk Cousins type of game this week. But that's another story. I just think Green Bay's ripe for the picking.
I mean, Green
And-
Bay and Seattle has been. There's been a lot of classic games in the playoffs with these two teams.
But if you look at it, since Brett Favre retired, and really towards the end of his career, the Packers are not good at home in the playoffs, which is insane.
I like the Packers here. 28-10 Packers.
I'm actually going to say that I think the Packers win, but the Seattle covers. I think it's a field goal game.
I like
Something
Seattle.
31-28.
I like Seattle 34-31.
You think it's that
Well,
high?
Yeah.
Damn.
Did we do the other game?
Yeah, we did Minnesota game.
What's your prediction on that? It's my fucking.
I don't know what the spread is, but I don't even think it's close. San Francisco.
It's from out of the show.
All right, awesome.
I think it turns into like a laugher because Kirk Cousins turns the ball over and all.
I forget if it's 7, something like that.
But I'm going to say like 37-21.
I think it's 7 even. So you have San Fran covered.
Yeah.
San Fran and fucking Minnesota.
Mhm.
I like San Fran 45, Minnesota 17.
Jesus.
Jesus
You
Christ.
think that's
Gar,
going
you
45
called Minnesota out in the yard.
I changed my mind.
Wait, whoa. So you went Minnesota win outright to an absolute blowout for San Fran?
San Fran's going to blow them apart.
All right, that's fine.
That's an interesting
That's
shift.
fine.
All right.
Let's get a word from our sponsor. All right.
Oh,
Sound good? So we all know how a VPN product, protects your privacy and security online, right? But I didn't know this until recently and taking my TV watching game to the next level. You can use a VPN to unlock movies and shows that are only available in other countries. So over the weekend, I used ExpressVPN to binge watch some Star Trek on the UK Netflix. It was so simple. I I just fired up the ExpressVPN app. I changed my location to UK. I refreshed Netflix. Boom. That was it. I was watching Star Trek. See, ExpressVPN hides your IP address and lets you control where you want sites to think you're located. You can choose from almost 100 different countries, so just think about all the Netflix libraries you can go through. So, here in the U.S., you have certain libraries. Your Netflix, let's be honest, your Netflix is kind of limited, right? You use ExpressVPN, you can download stuff like How I Met Your Mother in Germany. Like maybe your Netflix here doesn't have How I Met Your Mother on Netflix. You can watch it in German. Love anime? Use ExpressVPN to access Japanese Netflix and be spirited away. It's not just Netflix. ExpressVPN works with any streaming service. Hulu, BBC, iPlayer, YouTube, you name it. There's hundreds of VPNs out there. The reason I use ExpressVPN is to watch the shows, and it's ridiculously fast.
How do you do it?
Well, I'll tell you something. There's never any buffer or lag, and you can stream HD, no problem. ExpressVPN is compatible with all your devices, phones, media consoles, smart TVs, and more. So you can watch what you want, when you want, on the go, on the big screen, on your phone, wherever you are. So this is what you do. Visit the special link right now, expressvpn.com/cornerpub. That's expressvpn.com/cornerpub. There you can get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. Support the show, watch what you want, and protect yourself. You hide your IP address. No one's gonna block you from watching something overseas. It's expressvpn.com/cornerpub.
I met your mom. Hi, Hitler.
So how's it work? Like if I put my Netflix on.
So basically, it's a masking thing. It's a masking.
So people can't.
It's an app that hides your IP address. So
So what? I download the app and then log into my Netflix through the app.
Right. So that way you're able to. So the way it tells you, right? So
It's a security cocksucker.
Yeah, so you basically it has your IP address. You choose you go through Netflix, and then it's able to kind of hide your IP address, so you can go on to UK.
Right, that's what
You choose your location. You use that, put the app in, download the app, put your location in. Say you lie and say you're in Japan.
Right.
That's how I had.
And then you're watching all kinds of shit in
all right,
Japan.
so I'm basically using my Netflix through the app.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You can still watch it through your TV.
Right, but my Netflix is streaming through the ExpressVPN. Okay.
And it's also for the internet service providers and stuff like that. If you're using their internet service providers and you don't want them to know where you're coming from because you think that they're going to slow down or lag you if you're using any streaming devices and stuff like that.
I don't want to get a fuck anymore. We're done. So
That was a one-time thing?
No.
Oh.
They've been doing that for weeks, you fucking jitbag.
Oh.
The other ones, when we were doing it in the middle of the year.
All right.
When we were doing it in the middle of the year, it was how you could watch the NFL games. You could basically pick
Oh, yeah.
All right, real quick. We have a lot. There's still a lot.
What the fuck? We're already on 45
We got to
minutes.
be quick here. We got to move on quick. National championship game. We actually talked about a lot last week. Let's talk about it again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I think it was Wednesday. I was like, "Oh shit! I missed the title game. What the fuck happened?"
Dude, that's the problem, man.
This is an extra
2.5 fucking weeks between games is too much.
And they play every week through the season, and now they've played 2 games in 6 weeks.
Yeah,
I love how I can't get the fucking.
It's a pick 'em, I think.
Spread.
No, it's not.
The last I looked at it, there was no spread on it.
There
has
can't
to
be.
a pick.
What are you talking about?
LSU, Clemson, game time. Monday night. The spread is
It's got to be about
5.5.
5.5 now.
5.5. LSU is favored by 5.5 at Clemson. Taking on Clemson.
Yeah,
At Clemson. Taking on
Where's
Clemson.
the game at? I mean, not that
Isn't
that
it?
matters.
Is it Chick-fil-A or something in Atlanta?
Chick-fil-A.
Closed on Sundays.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
why it's on a Monday. They're going to play it in the parking lot.
Yeah, they're
My
fucking.
pleasure.
What fucking football stadium is sponsored by a restaurant that's closed on?
which, by the
Sundays?
way, they have Chick-fil-A restaurants in the stadium
right?
that
That aren't open during
During
games.
during the games,
During
yeah.
the Falcons. What are you doing?
I'm taking a breather.
So we're
Oh, Gary's going to sleep.
so we're farting and shit.
No, so I think LSU covers. I think LSU
We got
I think,
wins by 14.
yeah, I don't even
GPS
think this
jukebox
game's
coming up,
close.
man.
I'm still.
No, that's right. We got jukebox.
Yeah, I don't even think this game's close. I really don't.
You don't.
This is nothing against Clemson. Clemson's been a stud for 2 years. Well, for 5 years. There's just LSU is just completely unstoppable.
LSU has come up to the challenge and beat everyone.
Everyone,
Georgia, Bama,
Bama.
Auburn.
like
Like they
handily.
Yeah.
Is that the
Handily.
one they got the quarterback with the long hair?
No, that's Clemson.
That's
Clemson,
Clemson. I'm gonna stick to my guns. I know I'm gonna be wrong, but I'd rather be wrong.
No, you call Clemson, dude. Go with it, man.
I say Clemson's gonna be my favorite to win it.
Mhm.
Okay.
But however,
Yeah,
I don't feel so good about it.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
don't feel so good. Because I did Avengers thing.
LSU, like,
Because LSU looked fucking.
yeah, they
great.
like. I didn't expect them to be this good, but watch, yeah, it's,
Joe Burrow threw 6
They look
touchdowns in the first half.
fucking insane. Now I don't think they're gonna do that against Clemson.
No, like
I
it's
don't think
not.
it's gonna get a blowout.
It's not going to be
I think
it's
close.
a good team.
They are. I think LSU pulls away like a 38-24 type game.
I'm gonna stick to my guns. Because I said it before it started. Just because LSU looked good last week, Clemson hasn't lost in 2 fucking years.
Mhm.
I know they're in a weaker conference. I get
Right,
all that,
yeah.
but
But Clemson's beaten Alabama twice. Like
I'm going Clemson.
Okay,
I'm going Clemson. I'm gonna stick with my guns here.
If
It's gonna be
Clemson
fun.
is wrong,
Yeah.
What's your
Yeah,
score?
right?
What's your score?
42-38.
That's
I'm going high. Yeah,
It's going to be high.
That's a chance.
It's a national title game.
Yeah.
It's going to be. If
Yeah,
it's
I'm
competitive, it's high scoring.
I'm calling 42-28.
Suck.
All right.
LSU.
I'm going to go with what I said, 37-24.
Right. Okay.
Okay. All right. You gotta give me a second here to find fucking fuck you, Ben.
Fuck you been next.
Yeah, I got it here. Let's do fuck you, Ben, and then we'll dive into some Flyers talk, and then
We're doing jukebox.
we'll
wait,
do
fine.
jukebox. Yeah.
Fuck you, Ben. 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 Fuck you, Ben.
Yeah. Gary, you had one, right?
All right, go ahead, man.
Fuck you, Ben.
My fuck you been this week, and this month, I should say, is Ryan David Leaf.
Mhm. Oh God.
Former quarterback, drafted 2nd overall in 1998 by the
San Diego Chargers.
San Diego Chargers. Who was number 1 that year?
Peyton Manning.
Peyton
It
Manning.
was.
Remember the argument? Who should
Yeah.
go number one?
Oh
Who should go
man, what
number
the
one?
fuck are they doing?
What
Taking
he-
Peyton Manning over Ryan Leaf.
Guess what?
He was a Heisman.
The Colts were right.
Yeah, he's a Heisman finalist, man. He won Pac-10 Offensive Player of the Year in college. All that had high aspirations. First team All-American, all that shit. His NFL career statistics: he threw 655 passes, completed 317. That's 48%, less than
It
50%.
was so bad.
His touchdowns, 14.
He only has 14 touchdowns.
36 interceptions.
Oh my God.
He only has 14 career touchdowns.
His passer rating was 50.
Oh,
36 interceptions, bro.
He only has 14 career touchdowns.
what,
Oh my
2
God.
years, right?
So after
Well, he played 2 years in San Diego and then
he
2 years in
he
Dallas.
played for he played for Tampa Bay, was on the practice squad. Then he played for Dallas. He got cut and played for Dallas in 2001. Then left them and played for Seattle on their practice squad. So Dallas 2001 was his last time he
Second
played.
pick overall.
But he started a few games for Dallas.
You know what
that
the
year,
funny
didn't
thing
he?
is?
Yeah, he did.
He's still not the biggest bust in the NFL.
He's Jamarcus Russell.
No, Jamarcus
Russell.
Russell.
Number
That's
one, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy. He had a really good college career. After his NFL career ended, he finished a degree at Washington State.
What college was it? I'm sorry, Sean.
Washington State.
Washington State.
And then he had legal troubles, beginning with involving drugs. He basically was sentenced to 10 years probation with having drugs. 2 years later, he pleaded guilty for felony burglary and drug possession in Montana.
Jesus.
After a suspended sentence with a stint in drug rehabilitation, he then served a 7-year prison sentence in 2012.
You almost feel bad for the guy.
In 2014, he was then
He still made
sentenced.
his money. Fuck him.
In 2014, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison for breaking into a home in Montana to steal prescription drugs, which violated his Texas
Need some
probation.
perks, yo.
He was only now he was he was
Was he
sentenced
a
to,
drug addict when he played?
Wasn't he?
problem?
well
Wasn't
he said when he played in the NFL he was not on opioids. When he left the NFL he was on opioids. So he was sentenced to prison and then released in 2014. Okay, on probation, whatever, and then now apparently he works as a program ambassador for a Transcend Recovery Community, which is basically a group of sober living houses
Right.
in Houston.
So he's cleaned himself up enough to
And New
basically
York.
kind of try to help others.
Kind of fucked up, man. Like it's fucking crazy. Like he thought he was gonna die. Like basically, he said like when playing football became a job, it lost its luster for me. I kind of got out of the spotlight. Life's never been this good. Shit like just kind of got fucking crazy because he ended up becoming a. I'm sorry. Now, he got hired as an analyst, as for the Pac-12 network. So he's doing the charity work, and now he's working for the Pac-12 network. Right?
Wow.
Drug use, a 3-year career,
Still ends up
second round pick overall,
Second overall.
and is now working for Pac-12.
Yeah. Interesting.
Better yet, last July, hired by ESPN to work for college football.
So
So he's now working for ESPN.
no matter what goes
No matter
on,
how much of a piece of shit you are, you can still, make it work.
well,
It's true.
when you're second overall, I guess.
Speaking of, we forgot to mention.
Oh yeah.
Naked.
Thank you,
Fucking
Naked Bruin.
Naked Bruin. Naked Bruin.
I still feel that highly inappropriate is one of the
How
best. It's top 5 ever.
We're drinking Buck Naked right now. We already killed the growler of highly inappropriate. I said it was going to take it easy tonight.
You what?
I said it was going to take it easy tonight.
I know.
That's
I actually
I got a
think
lot of
tomorrow,
shit.
too.
2.5 mile run tomorrow morning. That's gonna be fun. All right, so yeah, Flyers.
You'll just sweat it all out, dude.
Oh
You'll be
yeah,
fine.
I'll be good. The Flyers.
And the Flyers are going on the Pico Power Play.
Yeah,
Same problem that the Sixers have. Can't win on the road.
Yeah, it's the
Come back and then have a nice win against
best team in the Eastern Conference.
right. And then after that they played after that it was a 5-4 loss, right?
No,
No,
their
no,
last game was the 3-2 win over the
Okay.
Cowboys.
Last one was a 3-1. Okay. The 5-4 loss, was that overtime?
That was the game before. They were actually down 4-2 in that game, so they made it a game, but
Was it shootout or overtime? No, it was an overtime,
it
wasn't it?
was overtime. Right?
Okay, so at least they got a point out of it.
yeah, it wasn't very.
That road trip, though, man,
That was ugly.
the
Really ugly.
goaltending killed them.
Your hair smells beautiful.
I don't really know why that was played there, but anyway.
For no reason, I just felt like playing.
But the goaltending
Hey,
killed
guys, guys, asleep.
Yeah.
He's just gonna hang out.
No,
there for a second.
he's just hanging out
He's
for a
gonna hang out
second.
there for a second.
He's just hanging out.
Mm.
But yeah, the goaltender and Carter included, like the goaltending was terrible on that road trip. Terrible.
Dude, going down early in games, like super early in games, you're down 4-0, 5-0.
And that's the thing that kept happening. Like they'd be down 1, and then before you know it, they're down
Floodgates
3.
opened up, yeah.
How did Peter Laviolette get fired? Nashville. See ya.
I'm not surprised, dude. I'm not. Like that dude seems like a good coach, but his message just
It's kind of sad, man.
his message just
He gets
it's
stale.
definitely-
gets stale
Like
after
stale
5-6
players.
years.
I don't know what it is, but that and hockey.
Right? It's that
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wears on people, I'm sure.
It's that
but-
all the time.
I'm just gonna leave them right there.
You should. The guy was passed out. By the way. We should.
Yeah, we can hear.
Should just leave.
I didn't even know he
Him
was
snoring.
asleep until I just heard the snoring.
Until him snoring like that a couple weeks ago. I don't think that's gonna reach.
Which one will?
That try it. It might reach. I'm gonna see if we can get Gary snoring. Hold on.
Again.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna reach. We'll see. It might reach. It might reach. It might reach. Yeah, it's gonna reach. You're good. Let's get Gary. Here's Gary. Here's Gary. There
He
you
has
go.
one job to do.
There you go. Oh, yeah.
Gary Stewart's going to make the best of.
Yes, definitely. Don't even tell him. Don't even tell him, dude.
All right.
So when we do the best of at the end of the year, and that comes out,
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
you know,
All right, so
He just worded this all week, and then can't even make it to the end.
dude, he's trying before he gets here.
yeah, I know.
What do you want?
Someone feel bad about the Ozzy thing.
No.
Tell them that Ozzy was coming to the Met. Once in a lifetime experience with King Diamond. And I made a fake. All right, so the listeners don't fucking know.
No.
I made a fake fucking flyer. I made it look like a Facebook from Ozzy. And Gary's a huge fucking Ozzy fan. I put it out there right before about to go on the air, so we can't look it up on Facebook to see if it's true or not. As we're going on the air, I posted, "Oh shit!" And then Ryan, "Oh fuck! Look at this!" And then a couple minutes, about half hour ago, I told him it's fake. He's like, "Oh fuck you guys!" And then he passed out after that.
Yeah. He's so disappointed that
Oh
he
yeah,
fell asleep.
he wasn't happy. Did you see his face?
Hmm? He was
I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't.
Yeah, yes, he did.
Hey, you fucking.
Even if he did, but just the way he is, like for at least.
Gary, you got a fuck you been for Buddy Ryan? He thought Buddy Ryan was still alive. He thought he just died this year.
And then he tried to play it off.
Yeah, he thought he just died a couple weeks ago, like this week. Fucking
The Flyers traded Peter Forsberg for
Yeah.
Hercules draws.
Yeah, OJ's in a race from the fucking police in LA. They thought he might have killed 2 people. We're not sure.
Really? Holy shit!
Fuck you, you fucking assholes. So the Flyers playing up and down, man. I don't know, man. They still they had a big win against the Washington Capitals. I knew that was gonna fucking happen. They come home and I saw Washington was on schedule. I'm like, they're gonna beat Washington at home.
All right.
Because they lose against 2 bad teams.
Mm.
Now things don't get easy. They play Boston, they play Tampa Bay. This is tough. This is a really tough schedule for them.
Tomorrow night.
But this is kind of what I know that it was. I said that they were going to have a lull like this, and this year's different. This year they're still in the playoffs right now,
Yeah.
but
They're not the third
And
best team.
raise a glasses to a friend of ours who just got a job with the Philadelphia Flyers, Jason Martinez.
Jason got a job. Oh,
Yeah, he
good
did.
man, man.
But cheers to Jason and his family. They're suffering a big loss. So cheers to you guys.
Yeah, that sucks.
God bless you. Praying for you
God
and your
bless
family, Jay.
Just Jason's,
Hey, this is Jason Martinez from 97.5.
well, not anymore, but Jason's a man, and we're all thinking of you, man. We hope everything's all right. So, but yeah, he got a job with the Flyers. So
What exactly is he going to be doing?
I don't know. I have to ask him. I don't know if he's doing in-game, like he might be doing like what Shawnee Hill used to do, or if he's doing something with the broadcast team. I'm not sure. I didn't.
Wouldn't it be awesome him being like the third announcer?
But like what the Coach used to do.
Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome?
He should.
Yeah,
He should. Like he's definitely knowledgeable enough. Like,
right.
He should be an all-nice reporter.
yeah,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
maybe the guy that's standing between the benches,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what he should be doing.
Right.
like what Terrian used to do.
He should be doing that.
So yeah, I mean, are they a playoff team?
Yeah,
He should be.
I changed my stance.
When everything's said and done, they should be a playoff team. Yeah.
I think they I know it's different in hockey. You can't just say a specific seed, but they go in as like a 5th, 6th seed. Maybe play a good first round series,
What is-
depending who they play.
Well, Well, yeah, the seeding, the
It's
5th and
different.
6th would be wild card 2 or
Right,
wild card
right.
3. I guess, or
I'm
Division
not
2,
100% sure how the NHL works that way.
the way that,
but still, the top 8 teams make the playoffs.
no, the way that it works. Well, yeah, it's the 2 division winners, and then there's
I hope the Stars don't make it.
then there's the two other teams, the 2nd and 3rd place teams in the division.
Mhm.
They play each other in each division, and then there's and then there's 2 wild card teams, they
and the
play
wild
2
card
division
teams play the
The
division winners.
Right.
Gary,
Wild card 1 and wild card 2. Like the wild card 2 plays the best of the 2 division teams. And wild
That's
card 1
probably
plays-
where the Flyers end up.
So they probably finish in the wild card. So that's the 7th or 8th.
play
who
Washington
the fuck
or
sleeps upright?
Or Tampa Bay, I guess.
Yeah.
Or whoever. Yeah.
I could sleep like that. I could totally sleep like
But his
that.
fucking head tilts like a fucking.
No, like I would need a pillow so my head didn't go like this.
Look at his fucking head though.
Yeah, I know.
Watch his head. He's like a fucking. He's like the fucking.
He looks like a
He's still
bobblehead.
got his
No,
still got a hand on the pole.
Those
too.
robot things.
The Rock'em Sock'em.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. The Rock'em Sock'em when his fucking head pops off.
I'm just gonna leave him there. Dude.
You should. All right, let's do some CPS jukebox. This is the 2nd time we're doing this. All right, so in case you missed last week, here's what's going on. All right, so we're basically recapping the last 50 years in music, rock, pop, rap, you name it. We're gonna go through this through each decade. At some point through each decade, we're gonna ask a question. We're gonna post it on Twitter. We're gonna post it on Instagram, Facebook. If you listen to the show and you get the question right, you're going to win a prize.
Are we allowed to answer?
We're not allowed.
Oh,
We're not allowed. But we're in 1971.
One.
All right. I don't know why this is fucking. This is not what I wanted to play. I'm sorry. 1971 we're in?
1971.
Okay.
So this could be our question. Just throwing it out there. The number 1 song. Well, you know what? We're going to do 10 first. We're going to go up from 10. Number 10, Knock 3 Times.
knock 3 times. What song is that?
That's a knock 3 times. No.
Knock 3 times on my. Knock 3 times on my back door. I know that song.
If I heard it, I'd probably know it.
The next one, Just My Imagination. Running
Just
away
my
from
imagination.
But Temptations.
Running away with the Temptations, dude.
So this is 1971. The Temptations were still going at it.
Yeah,
That's what's number
yo,
one.
my dad, like Papa Sheed,
Mm-hmm.
yo,
He loves it. I know.
Motown, like, and
Yeah.
the Temptations are his number 1.
Yeah, still a lot left.
What the fuck?
You got to kill that, dude. It's
I
open.
ain't killing it.
Okay.
You just got to kill it.
Yeah,
The next
down
one.
the sink.
Yeah, right.
Take Me Home, Country Roads.
Take me home.
John Denver.
Home, country road. What
Take
happened to
me
that motherfucker?
home.
Crashed
You
inside
know
a
a mountain.
The next one I don't know.
What is it?
Number 7, Go Away, Little Girl.
What,
Go
number seven?
away,
What do you count?
little-
10, 9, 8? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Go away, little girl.
Oh, you know that, Danny?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Actually, there's a guy I work with. He does not say it to any kids. Go ahead.
Jesus Christ. Indian Reservation, The Lament of the Cherokee Reservation Indian, Paul Revere and the Raiders.
I know Paul Revere and the Raiders. I don't know that song. Again, it's probably one of them songs. If I heard it, I'd be like, oh.
Right.
What we got? Number 5, Mike.
How Can You Mend a Broken Heart by the Bee Gees?
Oh, dude. How do you mend a broken heart?
One Bad Apple from the Osmonds. Number
One bad apple spoil the butt. I don't think that's the song. I don't
No,
think
it's
so. I don't
probably
know.
not. Again, it's another one of them songs. If we heard it, we'd be like, oh.
maybe, I don't know.
I don't know that song. All right.
All right, this next one everybody knows.
This is 1971.
Yeah.
Number 3.
It's Too Late. I Feel the Earth Move, Carole King.
I feel the earth
move
when Gary sleeps.
when he snores.
And you
Yeah.
know the It's Too Late part too.
Yeah.
It's too late. Oh.
Yeah.
So what we at? Number 2?
Number 2, Maggie May, Reason to Believe by fucking Rod Stewart.
1971.
Yeah, I mean,
Maggie May was 1971.
I would not call myself a Rod Stewart fan.
Wake up, Maggie!
Yeah, it's something. But he has
That fucking voice.
3 or 4 songs where, like, yeah, if you want my body.
No,
I love that song.
No.
I love it.
Now, some of the older stuff I can tolerate a little bit, but
Again, I'm not a fan, but he's
Right.
got 3 or 4 songs where I'm like, yeah,
there's a
man.
couple like songs that rocks a little bit. All right, number 1,
It's got to be a Beatles song.
"Joy to the World" by
Really?
Three Dog Night. A
Wow.
fucking Christmas song.
Wow. That's number 1 for the year? Wow.
That's it.
1971, "Joy to the World" by Three Dog Night.
Yep.
You got any other?
All right, so my
Trying to
honorable mentions. Number 11, "Just Off the Crest," "Me and Bobby McGee" by Janis
Oh
Joplin.
my God.
That's a shame that Ford missed it.
Yeah.
That's a Lady Jim
That's
Morrison.
the only
dude.
thing she missed.
Huh.
Besides Coke and cock.
How about "Smiling Faces" sometimes?
Oh,
The
you know.
Undisputed Truth.
She likes the
I couldn't fucking
does she
stand
like-
I hate Janis
I
Joplin.
can't stand her.
Really?
I
But you
can't-
don't like the Doors either. Like, you
No, I'm out on that whole fucking thing.
dude, that blue fucking. Oh my God. Dude.
No,
I
yeah.
Janis Johnson's
Janis-
voice is like fucking.
Yeah, I don't like
fucking
that.
love it.
I hate
Love
That
it.
long, straggly fucking
Dude,
nasty
nah,
hair. You know how fucking
that-
hairy that bush was.
That raspy bluesy.
Nah, I don't like it.
Oh, I love it.
Get
Love
that.
it.
Too many men for a chick, someone's dick. Oh, I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Smiling Faces sometimes. I like that one.
What is it?
Smiling Faces.
Who did that one?
The Undisputed Truth.
The Undisputed. Yeah.
Number 16, "You've Got a Friend." Ugh.
Yeah.
James
Yeah.
Taylor.
Yeah, James
Yeah,
Taylor
James.
is fucking like.
She
makes
only comes
puts her to
when
sleep.
she's on top.
he makes my dick soft.
Yeah, exactly. "Mr. Big Stuff" from Gene Knight.
Oh,
Number
Jesus.
17.
Oh my god.
All right, one more, Mike.
Now we got a couple more. "Brown Sugar," the Rolling Stones, 18.
18. That's 18.
That's a great song.
Yep.
That's 18 that year. Come
The
on.
context of that song is so great.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah,
Got a
yeah,
couple
Yeah.
good ones.
Yeah. Woo! Brown sugar.
It's a great song. I'm some Brown Sugar right now.
Straight up.
Ready?
Little red bone.
Since we're on the on that type of theme, "What's Going On" from Marvin Gaye.
What's going on?
It's number
It's
21.
the only words we know. What's going on?
Number 23, "Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone." That's a good
Ain't
song.
no
It is, but
sunshine when
20
she's gone.
23. Wow.
Dum, dum, dum.
That's a good song.
She's a lady, Tom Jones.
Oh, fuck.
25.
It's Tom and his Jones with his big ass cock.
Yeah, that was a Dana Carvey skit. He has its own microphone.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That's right.
Tom. It's Tom and his Jones.
Yeah.
Number 31, "My Sweet Lord," George Harrison.
Mm.
The Carpenters, "Rainy Days and Mondays." Monday.
That's not that song.
Is it? No. Well,
No.
fuck
Mamas
that
and
song. then.
Papas.
Okay, whatever. Moving
Mamas
on
and
then.
Papas is the Monday.
All right, shut up. We're moving on. "It Don't Come Easy," number 43, George
that's
Harrison. Ringo
good.
Starr.
That is a good song.
That's a good song. Yeah.
"Spanish Harlem" from Aretha, 49.
Yeah.
"Bridge Over Troubled Water," Aretha Franklin, number 52.
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye, "Mercy, Mercy Me," number 62.
That must have come out the year before. So that's a hit.
Yeah, I mean,
Must come out
the-
it's possible that some of these came out and they're just on it from the next year. "I Just Want to Celebrate," Rare Earth, number 66. "Wild World" by Cat Stevens, number
Fuck
73.
him. Fuck him.
Oh, baby,
Fuck.
baby, it's a wild
I
world.
hate him.
Fuck that cat.
After what he did in 2001 when he fucking switched sides and said I'm a fucking Arab, fuck you.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Fuck him.
84, "Won't Get Fooled Again," The Who.
84.
I know, that seems like it's really low.
That's a good song though.
Yep. theme song from Shaft, number 89.
Really?
Now we finally get into yours that you just talked about. Number 94, Law for Madley, The Doors. Number 99, Riders on the Storm, The Doors.
I'm shocked
Wow.
that there's not a Beatles song in there.
Yes.
Well,
Shocked.
71. They were done.
Were they?
Tequila. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah,
time.
I guess they
Well,
were
I
done.
guess
They
so.
were
'Cause,
done.
I mean, there's George Harrison and Ringo Starr, but that song's on there.
Yeah, so I guess they were done at that point. Okay.
Well, it's time to end the show with this last topic.
2 hours and 10 minutes in, we did not expect
Yeah,
to be
well-
starting this now.
Well, I knew this. I knew the Eagles. Look, we're gonna get a lot of Flyers, a lot of Sixers, a lot of Phillies going forward. We're
So
gonna
now
spend a lot
we
of time
were
on
ending the
Eagles.
season tonight.
It's the end of the season for
Right,
Eagles. We were
right.
gonna spend a lot of time.
I mean, we'll talk about them again when we know who the coordinator is, but
But the Sixers, man. I don't
Bad
know.
road trip.
This is a horrible
Really
road
bad
trip. So 2 games ago,
this fucking
Joel Embiid injures his finger, tapes him together, continues to play. Still almost puts up a double-double.
he came back and played
I was
great.
triple double all.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's triple-double. Played his ass off.
he showed a lot of balls, man. He really did.
I don't want to question Joel Embiid ever again after that. I know we're going to go with this, and we should ask the question that we asked before the show.
We're going to definitely,
Yeah, we have to.
but
I don't want to question his strength though, like because the game before when they lost, and he said, "I'm getting tired of this."
it's the same. It's the Carson Wentz thing with him. Some dudes are lucky, some dudes are
He
unlucky.
comes out, plays his ass off, gets his fingers taped together, plays his ass off. They win the game. He finds out not only is his finger dislocated, he has torn ligaments.
Yeah.
And Mike, right before the show, you got breaking news, and what is the news?
But then how long it's going to be? They're calling it 4 to 8 weeks, which is kind of along the lines of the month
Fuck,
that we
man. We're in January, February, March. So March.
You get them back like 5 weeks before the playoffs.
The fuck, man.
Yeah, and this team hasn't meshed well enough to figure that they're going to just kind of pick it back up. If anything, it's possible that this team starts playing well without him, and then integrating him back in is going to be tough.
It's funny you said that, Mike, because that's exactly what Sean was talking about.
What happens if Forfeit gets hurt, though?
That dude, that's Sean. You can't.
But what? He's 32 years
Sean,
old, right?
but the dude, like, we'll deal with that if it happens, dude. Don't even bring up that fucking scenario. Like,
Don't scenario me, guy.
I can't.
Don't scenario me, guy.
I can't
Don't
right
bring up that
now.
hypothetical.
I can't. I can't. This fucking team, like Jesus fucking Christ.
It's true.
Dave might be coming back next week, by the way.
I hope so. You know what I mean?
I'll miss him.
Yeah, he might be here.
That sucks.
But me and Sean had a conversation before the show. Dare I say, like this? Do they get better without him? Does Simmons have more space and start living to his potential?
They play a different style without him.
Mhm.
Horford's more comfortable.
There's going to be less
Simmons
turnovers.
is more comfortable.
I-
There will be because he is turnover prone.
Right.
You know what? It's weird because there's been games and sets of games where Iverson was out back in the day, and the team won and seemed to play better without him. So it's weird how
It's
in
so
basketball
It's
a
strange.
superstar goes out and the team somehow gets better, at least for a.
But then you get to the playoffs and you can't,
right?
like you can't
Basketball's weird.
win without that
Right.
player. Like
Because the other team plays you differently, and maybe
that's
you get
because
a
you
hot,
get to the playoffs and you're able to game plan
You
for
get-
a specific team.
you get a hot hand.
Right.
You know,
Right.
someone else is picking it up, right? Like they just.
It's a 5-person individualized sport.
Basketball is, to me, hockey's a team sport.
It's the least team sport.
But basketball,
Yeah.
depends.
Baseball, I would say, is the least team.
Well, all right.
Yeah,
all right.
baseball.
Besides baseball, right?
I kind of feel the opposite though. I feel that, yeah, like your individual stats are more important in basketball, right? Like when you look at the players. But if your whole team isn't playing well, you're not winning. Like if your bench doesn't come through. Now, if your bench doesn't come through in baseball, you can still win. If your bench, any other sport, if your fourth line doesn't come through in hockey, you might still win.
The Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Golden State Warriors in the finals because of LeBron James.
Yeah, I hear you.
He's the only reason they won.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan retired. The Bulls were 20 games less than a better team than they were. He comes back.
Kind of makes sense though. I hear you.
He comes back. They win 3 in a row again.
I hear it. But what I was going to say is when you're defending them,
right. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, when you're defending against a team and their quote unquote star player is out,
right?
Maybe you play them differently, right?
Totally.
You're playing the Sixers differently.
But if you have in basketball's that one sport, if you have that one unbelievable player,
you can carry.
You can win
for a game. Yes. So,
you guys aren't.
I don't know. I think it's a bad blow. Any way you look at it, even if they do play better, it's going to be tough to integrate them back in because they didn't do a great job of playing well together to begin with. So, I don't know.
Like either way, any way you look at it, even if they play better without him, okay, just say for instance they play 30 games without Embiid, right?
That's a little high, but okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
Say they go 22-8.
Right.
But then he comes back. That's a problem.
Right, because you're integrating him into a system that's working well without him.
Right. So in them 30 games, say you don't play well, and you're 17-13. What seeds that get you in the playoffs? So there's no good thing about this.
Right. Now, I think that seeding in the playoffs is a little bit overrated.
They can't be on the road in the second round, I'm like. They can't. They can't. Because they can't win. You see how this team is at home.
I see how the team is at home. I see how the team is on the road. I get it. But they only need one, and then they need to sweep at home. Come on. And the thing is you're looking at the teams. Come on. Fucking Toronto.
Yeah, and
Miami's
not
Boston.
Right.
It's
winning the season series against Boston, that's huge.
Right. We seem to own Boston right now.
Mm-hmm. But
Miami owns us. I get that, but
Miami's not
fucking Miami. They're
not who good. They're not who they look like they are right now. They're not. And Toronto, Siakam's out, Gasol's out. They're gonna fall off a little bit.
Right. So
at this point, like where the Sixers are, the best you could probably hope though is the 3rd seed. Like right now, just because of where it falls.
And 2 weeks ago, you were like, they should be able to catch Milwaukee.
Right. Things have changed.
Yeah.
Indiana's a scary team.
Indiana's scary. Indiana was really good last year. They were up and coming last year, and then Oladipo got hurt, and their season.
They're about to get him back.
Right.
He should be back like the end of January, beginning of February.
Right.
So,
but again, they're going to have the same problem. They're going to have to integrate him back into a team that's playing well. So, yeah, I mean, it's bad. It's not the worst timing ever. It's not right going into the playoffs. It's not during the playoffs. They still have a little bit of time to get them back, but it's not great.
No,
it's bad.
No, this is.
And they were struggling beforehand. I mean, they beat Boston. Boston was a good game. That was a fun game.
That was, man. That was a huge win.
Yeah.
That was like not even like for the season going forward or anything, but the fact you won the season series against them. So if you end up tied, you're going to get that tiebreaker.
Yeah.
But just for their psyche, like a team in the past that they couldn't get past.
And they did it without their best player.
Right. And
the game after they lost their best player. So that's 2 games in a row after a 4-game lose streak. They're getting back on track. Now they got to go to Dallas.
That's
like
a tough
Dallas game. With Luka and everybody else in Dallas.
That's a tough game.
That's going to be tough. And then I think they have I forget who they play after that, but that's not going to be an easy game either. So I don't know, man. I mean, it's the middle of the season. It's the dog days of the season. I'm not. I don't know why I'm not, but I'm just not that worried about it.
You really haven't been all year, and
I don't know why.
I wish I could. Like I've been so like you know it, like you all know it. Like I've been so up, and then down, and then up, and then down.
Right.
And right now I'm just like, you know what? We'll just see what happens.
That's what, and I think that's what you have to do. I mean, you just got to.
The NBA season is too long.
Right, exactly.
It's too long.
So, and you're in the dog days of the NBA season.
Yep.
It doesn't. These games really don't matter that much. You're talking seeding. You're talking. The difference is one home game. The difference is one. I know it's important, but
I get what you're saying though. Like it's
the difference between the 7 seed and the 2 seed is one home game.
right. Correct. Like I get what you're saying there. So even if they fall off a little bit.
They end up as a 6 seed.
And they had
3 seed.
But they're 100% healthy going into the playoff. They're better than that 3rd seeded team.
Right, they're better than the 3rd seeded team. Even though they have to play one of the games on the road, they should be able to win that game on the road.
Right.
Then go in, play the 2 seed, or I don't know if they reseed or whatever, but they should. I don't know.
If they're 100% healthy, they're still
should be
probably
the
the best team in the East.
right. You can make an argument for Milwaukee. I can't argue with you on that, but in my opinion, they're still the best team, and it's going to take a lot for me to come off of that.
I'm Mike again. I've been here, I've been there, I've been here, I've been there with this team. But
What did you say about him? He's going to go on the IR.
Yeah, jumping on and off the bandwagon.
yeah, totally. But right now,
Ryan, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's
what I
so
feel about this
fucking-
team right now.
Right now, I'm going on Mike's example. I'm staying here with them. Let's see what happens.
It's January.
Right,
It's January.
What time is it? Hold on. Mark it down.
straight up.
Mark it down. Mark it down on your list.
Like it might be.
10:54, 2:21 into it.
Yeah.
I'm even keel. You're not going to see me get too high on this team. You're not going to see me get too low on this team. I guarantee you, fucking tomorrow night, there's going to be a
That's what I was-
text that's either going to say, I love this team or I hate this fucking team. I shit you not. It's fucking coming. I'm screenshotting it. We're going to put it on the fucking
Fuck this team.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're going to get blown out by Dallas tomorrow night. Fuck this team.
It is very frustrating, though. It is very frustrating because they are so fucking talented. Did we get into the Brett Brown thing last week?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Well,
I
it's
just don't know.
but
I know that's another topic.
It's
right, and it's not going to happen
It's
before
not
the
gonna
end of
happen
the
this
season.
year, so
It's not.
Yeah.
So we just got to ride with him. Hopefully he. And I don't know if I blame
If
him.
if they don't make the finals this
He's
year,
fired.
he should be gone. I don't even know if the conference it would have to take like a knockdown, drag out, 7-game quadruple doink in the Eastern Conference
Yeah.
Finals
Yeah.
for him to maybe save his job.
Right. Right, but all in all, if they're not in the finals, he's fired.
He should be.
And
Yeah.
the thing that scares me the most, if you get to that, is does another coach, does Ben Simmons change? So
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody, I think it was after I was driving home last week after a bad loss. Somebody said that they should trade with Detroit for Andre Drummond
Get the
and like
fuck-
and a fucking first round draft pick or something.
I don't know
Like,
who the fuck. Draymond Green.
Yeah,
You said Andre Drummond?
No, this guy said
I didn't
Andre
hear-
Drummond.
I didn't hear that. I heard Draymond Green for fucking Ben
Ben
Simmons.
Simmons.
I heard another.
Get the fuck
yeah,
out
right.
of here with that.
I
Why
heard,
the fuck would he do that?
I heard another thing. Ben Simmons for D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I'm not trading Ben Simmons for anything. On this panel, I've probably been the hardest on him.
You're not trying to.
I'm not trading him for anything.
I'll take
And
honestly,
honestly-
Luka
Right, but
Yeah.
at this point right
I'm
now,
trading for Greek Freak too.
right, at this point right now, what team is giving you a stud for Ben Simmons?
Those two. That's it.
Right, there's no See,
There's
like
only 2 teams. Right?
the Suns aren't trading you Devin Booker for Ben Simmons.
Right.
No.
Like, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
There was some other weird trade. The Warriors, some 3-team trade that I don't even
Uh,
remember who it was.
these-
And it was somebody like it was somebody.
I'm
that I was
telling you
just
right
like,
now, 12
no.
up, 12up.com, 12up.com, whatever the fuck they want to call it. Fuck them. They put out these fucking fake art for some fucking reason. People run with their articles. Go to their site, look at their site, and go, it's trash.
There is something though.
Yeah, it was some Warriors site that's like, oh, we're gonna get Ben Simmons. All we need to do
It
is
was
if we could give up like
It was
the
NBC. It was NBC. Or California, whatever the fuck it is. They're the ones who put it out there, saying, "Oh, Draymond or Ben Simmons will not fit in with the Warriors." Well, that's good. Thank God, because he's not fucking coming there anyway. So shut the fuck up.
right.
Like,
But-
who even asked that question?
But this doesn't
That was
include
it. D'Angelo and Horford. It was Simmons and Horford for D'Angelo and Draymond.
How does that make us better?
D'Angelo's not with Golden State. He's with the Lakers. Or not the
No, D'Angelo Russell.
is he still with the No, they traded him,
Yeah,
didn't
they're
they?
trading him.
He's not with the Warriors.
This is with the Lakers. His name with the Lakers?
Who?
D'Angelo Russell.
Russell.
D'Angelo Russell. They traded Kevin Durant for D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, he's with.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. What the,
Right, Draymond Green and D'Angelo Russell for Al Horford and Ben Simmons.
that's a boneheaded trade.
right.
And that's okay, because the Warriors are in talks to trade Russell for Aaron Gordon, but that's not real either. And hold on. Here's
Why
another
would
one.
they trade D'Angelo Russell for Aaron Gordon?
Here's another one. Ben Simmons seen as a target for D'Angelo Russell, and D'Angelo Russell might be traded to the Grizzlies. Hold on, and Kyle Kuzma and might move Kuzma for D'Angelo Russell. So there's fucking every other fucking story is
Right.
about D'Angelo Russell going, "Fuck you" and your stupid fucking rumors.
But the
I
one,
fucking hate. I hate.
but
I hate
the
this time we live in.
but the one kind of makes a little sense. Andre Iguodala.
For who?
I don't know. Fucking
Oh, just coming back.
right. Like just
Trade like a second round pick for Andre.
Right,
I'll
right.
take that.
And the other
I
one,
have no problem with that.
the other
No,
one
like
that
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
somebody said something about trading for Chris Paul, and then
I
somebody
want
threw
nothing.
in somebody threw in like, oh, you know,
I heard
oh, you know what,
Covington too.
Yeah, I heard that one too. Like,
Thibault might get it done. I'm like, no,
I'm not trading
no,
Thibault
no.
for Chris Paul.
I don't give
No.
a shit. Like, I am not giving up Thibault. I'm not giving up Thibault. Like, we gave up Shamit last year, and I'm not fucking doing it again.
No, not that.
Well, I mean, I would trade Thibault for D'Angelo Russell.
All right, fine. I guess, yeah. Well, I mean, the money wouldn't work, but whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like that's about the only thing I
Fuck
trade him
these trade
for.
rumors, man.
But yeah, again, why would the Sixers trade him with Steve Thibault?
Doesn't make any sense.
Right,
Like, he's such a promising young player.
right, exactly. He's the future, and we haven't had somebody that's like.
Right,
I know
like-
we're young, but we haven't had like a.
But a guy that can defend the perimeter and shoot from the perimeter? Like, when
I
was
like-
the last time the Sixers had a
I
player
like
like that?
Thibault a lot better than Covington.
Slash.
I don't understand
Slash.
the Covington thing.
Yeah, I don't want him back.
No.
Right,
Like, he's
Thibault-
so overrated.
Thibault is who
Covington,
Covington like.
who
I-
people say,
Covington
oh,
is.
Robert Covington. He's who they thought
Thibault.
he
is.
is. Right.
Who they thought
Exactly.
he was. Yeah.
I don't get the numbers, and you know, these
Covington
fucking,
is so fucking overrated.
I don't get it.
All right, boys and girls.
On that note,
That's going to close us out for this week.
Bryson.
We thank you so much for listening. Next week
Thank you, Naked Brewing.
will be a good one.
Great job as always. Peace out.
All right, cool.